So we're going to look at love, success, happiness, and whatever your heart's desire happens to be. Now, before we get started, Jim, you have a little bit of
I do indeed. I want to welcome everybody. And I want to remind you this show is for informational and educational purposes only.
yes.
Yes, indeed. So, indeed, welcome, folks. We want to let you know that we're going to give you live international shout outs. We would love doing that if you're international. To us, of course, everything's relative. You know, we're here in the East Coast of the United States. But if you folks are international, we're going to let it be known and it's going to be awesome.
Now, we have started our own little psychic soup segment. A lot of there.
Hey, you nothing wrong with that?
Oh, we all know what the big event has been recently. Oh, yes. Taylor Swift and her man, Travis Kelce. Big engagement. Ring that would choke a horse. And anyway, I think we were all expecting this, but I found it so enticing that I literally had to lay off the cards and conduct a reading on their upcoming nuptials and what lies ahead.
Did they actually discuss a date or did they not?
I don't think they have set a date.
Yeah, and they probably have, but haven't. You know, they don't like to tell things, right? Or maybe they didn't. We don't know. The chick just tours 24/7.
His father is the one that's been spilling the beans.
I heard about that.
Yeah, on all the internet, juicy websites.
But he didn't say anything until it was okay. Until after they said something.
So both of them are 35, about 2 months apart in age. And I thought, what do the cards hold? Well, I want to tell you that my perception of Taylor Swift is that she's pretty gaga over Travis. I mean, they have a connection and there is a chemistry that I think has her dropping to her knees, so to speak.
Yeah, it's definitely so to speak. But anyway, go ahead.
And what the future holds for our darlings is that Taylor's going to do her best to go into this. She has been engaged before, as we remember, but this one is her Prince Charming. This is the one that she wants most decidedly to last, to be the one that takes her, to her happily ever after. Now, on Travis's side, I'm seeing some fluctuations there, some aspects that, let's put it this way. I think he's going to make some blunders in this marriage in terms of what he can and should not do.
So you're definitely saying that they're going to make it to the marriage part.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I feel that will, and it's going to be not too distant.
Okay.
But there is a wedding coming.
It's got to be after football season.
The trouble is, this man has been kind of a ladies' man. And we all know that his ex there, she's gorgeous. His ex put out what they're calling a very cryptic message concerning happiness that you can buy at 7-Eleven. And joy that you have to work hard to earn. I think she has a personal message involved in all of that. A subtext, you could say, that she thinks they're going to be splashy. They're going to be out there in the media. But I feel she believes it's not going to last.
You figure your average high profile marriage anyway, stars and whatever not. I bet it's over half fail anyway.
Well, it is.
So if you're a betting person, speaking of sports and stuff, probably got odds to say, yeah, they'll be divorced in less than 5 years. You can make a bet, I bet.
And I didn't look that far, but I did see that he is still, now don't get the wrong idea. I'm not saying he's cheating per se, but I did see that he is going to entertain relationships with past, present, and possibly future female partners.
Sure. Well, some people say you're not cheating if you don't get caught.
Oh, yeah, right. And you don't
Typically, those are cheaters. Imagine that. They'd say that, but go ahead.
and you don't have to tell the truth until you get caught. So, or be sorry, if you know what I mean.
Remorse. Yes. All right.
Anyway, I thought that would be our psychic moment to know that there might be a little bit of glitch in, paradise.
Everybody loves soup, even psychic soup. So here we go.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Well, I believe we have a caller ready, Deb.
And I have the cards all warmed up.
Well, then let's go to Janine in Rutland, Vermont.
Oh, what did you say? We lost her?
Oh, sadness and remorse. We feel bad for Janine.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it wasn't meant to be.
It was not meant to be, but she could come back. I don't know. We're not going to do cards on it because that would eat up too much time. So, yeah. Rutland, Vermont. I want to say I've been to Rutland.
Perhaps you have.
I want to say in my Navy days when I was in Groton, Connecticut, I think we made a trip up there just for no reason whatsoever, a bunch of us. Played pool and did a bunch of stuff up there. It must have been the nearest place in Vermont close to where we were in Connecticut. Just throwing it out there. It's not like that word Rutland, Vermont would jump out at me for no reason whatsoever. It's not like it's a past life experience. So,
okay.
We're standing by.
Yes.
That's what we do, the voodoo that we do. So I meant to mention, I didn't want to interrupt you. He is what,
35.
In the NFL world, that's like an elder. You get up and you get in the mid and upper 30s, you are like an old guy, like a grandpa, basically, in the athletic world in football, because his position, well, any position really, unless you're a punter or a kicker, the body gets beat to hell. And so it's like they say about a car, sometimes it's not the age, it's the miles. Well, he's probably, they're thinking, depending on how the season goes, it really could be his last season with a marriage coming. And
she wants children.
And she's probably like, oh, it's cute that you're an NFL football player, but she's probably not looking for him to do that forever. Just like that chick did with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Giselle, whatever her name was. What is that? Giselle. What is her name?
Bunchen.
Her last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy stuff.
Well, and he left Monahan. What was her first name? Monahan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Who was Gregor's at the time, if I'm.
Oh, you mean Brady did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think she was.
And, it's funny. There are times karma's going to come to call. And it won't always be pretty. And I think in that situation, where's Giselle now?
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember Steve Martin had a show that said comedy is not pretty. No, but there's speculating, there's all the Swifties and then there's the Kelsey people that like him that, like I said, they're thinking he's kind of hinting he sure would like to have this be a great Super Bowl year, which means he'd like to retire. It's the last year of his contract, which doesn't mean anything. It just means that if he won the Super Bowl, it would be a guaranteed fact that he would retire and then just totally devote himself to Taylor. But that could be the beginning of the end.
Well, that's the thing, too. They have traveled, both of them.
Yep.
To opposite ends of.
Right now, their relationship was based on them being very busy and having interludes. If one of them was like to be totally with them, some people don't get that 24/7 togetherness very well, right?
Exactly. And also remember, she's a billionaire. And as a billionaire, I don't know that. And I would trust just any old guy. And he's not.
Oh, he's not any old guy. He's got enough money where he doesn't need to steal from her.
Well, he's definitely not.
Yeah, he's all right.
Billionaire.
He's all right. He's not a billionaire, but he's got lots of, and he can send
I bet that, what do they call it? That prenup? That it's at least this thick.
See, well, we may never know anything about such a thing. All right, we're going to move on. We got another caller.
Oh, good.
We're going international. We got Polly in Brisbane, Queensland, which is in Australia on the other side of the world. Welcome to our show.
Yes, good to have you with us. Hello.
Well, I'm grateful to be here. Hello.
So glad that you called in.
Indeed.
What brings you to the show this evening? Well, for us, it's evening. For you,
For you, what are you, about noon? Your afternoon now, is it there?
Oh no, it's approaching. It's about 11:45 in the afternoon. So
Oh,
guessing you're about 9:45 in the morning, hey? At night, I mean.
yes. It's quarter to, yes.
you nailed it. Well done, my dear.
Yes.
Well done.
So, I believe I've not given you a reading before. You're new to,
Yeah, interesting. That's interesting. Did you say Cleveland? Because I'm actually in Cleveland, Queensland, which is pretty funny because I'm from Michigan originally, and Cleveland, Ohio gets confused with Cleveland, Queensland often.
You're from Michigan originally? Is that what you said?
Sure am.
Holy
Wow.
guacamole, that is a big
And I have to say,
isn't it?
yes.
I was gonna say actually one of my best friends, Deborah Smith, is a psychic herself. I don't even know if she's been on your show, but I definitely will refer her because you guys would love her too.
Oh, thank you.
We love that. That is awesome. All right, this is your time now. What do you got?
Yes. So tell us a little bit.
Did you?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say you kind of got a little bit of my message maybe, and you're going to do a reading, and I was so curious to see what you were going to find.
Well, this method actually it builds its foundation off of small details about your life.
It's not the gypsy crystal ball thing.
No, and the thing is, it's not tarot either. So if you have a specific question or two, that is, it won't be so vague because starting out with a brand new recipient, the cards can tend to be very.
So be very specific on your questions, and
Right.
you can give a little
Yeah.
pertinent information about the question.
Say a relationship,
Anything.
your career,
Money, jobs.
family.
Yep.
Okay,
Anything.
so you want me to provide some of that? Yeah. I work with my partner. He trained me in a technique, and I do body work. And we've actually developed a coaching program because I've studied neurolinguistic programming. And the coaching thing hasn't quite taken off like we thought it would. And there's a lot that I'm holding back on in social media. For some reason, I seem to be a bit stunted in doing all my social media marketing and whatnot. So I've wanted to speak. I've wanted to, present publicly, and I really feel pulled to get my podcast going. And I just feel like I'm on the edge of a cliff and won't jump. So
Okay.
that's kind of where I'm at the moment. So my specific question is, what the heck is holding me back? What is stopping me from actually taking all the steps and doing what I have to do to be, full in, both feet, 100% committed?
Believe it or not, that is not that uncommon of a question here.
Mhm.
We've had a lot of folks call in that are on the brink. They feel they're on the brink. They got all things lined up or not lined up and close, and they're like, why am I not taking the next step? They ask us this. They're worried that some spirit within themselves is holding them back for a reason. They're worried that it's their own self, that some people are just too self-critical. So yeah, it's a very good question. And the cards are going down, just to let you know.
We're down.
Oh,
Going down.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, these cards really do kind of zero right in on the core of various issues. For you, the first thing I noticed as I laid these cards out is that what you and your partner have developed is extremely cutting edge. This is not just ordinary blah, blah. You know what I mean? This is,
yeah.
and it's a little bit ahead of its time. So what is holding you back is that your own intuitive sense is saying, maybe not put everything out there just yet. So the time is coming, and you're going to know precisely. You're going to jump out of bed one morning and say, now is the time.
Trust your gut.
Wait, right. And I feel we're talking more in weeks and not necessarily months.
Which makes sense because she feels she's on the cliff, the edge of the cliff, the brink.
Right. And that's what's making you hesitate. You have this energized sense of holding back. But you may be interpreting it differently, like say fear, um, being not extroverted enough, or you're going to fail. You know, there's all different sorts of, it won't be perfect enough if you're a perfectionist. That's not what I see. Of course, those of us that are on the cutting edge, and my method is, we're going to face detractors, haters, you know, those out there that want to find ways to undermine what we're doing.
Probably any venture is going to be like that. Anything. And all you can do is deal with it, right? You can't do anything to circumvent it.
No, except have enough faith in yourself
Sure.
to realize people that take the time to actually sit down and post a comment, you know, whether it's positive or negative, this is still advertising.
At times, yes, it is. And sometimes,
True.
and you know, your average person, the average person only posts negative things. The people that are happy typically don't take the time. If you notice that with reviews.
But once you,
So it's very misleading.
are you going to go global? That was a question I wanted to ask you. Was that part of this? You'll go,
Yeah.
yes?
Yes, it's definitely our goal to go global, and it's really about shifting your vibration, shifting your paradigm, and understanding that so much of our pain, our trauma, and all of that is stuck in our nervous system. So, you know, we have such an understanding of that, and I can totally understand you saying that maybe it's a little bit ahead of its time because we have so many people just now waking up, you know, to understanding their body more, understanding things that they couldn't before.
You're exactly right. And the fact that the two of you come together as light workers, you both are sensing that the world is in extremely troubling times. And this work that you two are doing is going to be so healing. It's going to catch like wildfire. I saw clearly in your cards that you are going to zoom right to the top. So be ready for that kind of success.
And thank you very much, Holly. We appreciate you
Yes.
joining us.
And call again. I'd love to hear more.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll keep listening, and we got to move on, unfortunately. But thank you so much for being patient with us. And now we're going to go back into our own continent. We're going to go to Kristen. It's in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
The Bronx in New York, folks. Those that know where the Bronx is. Welcome.
Hello there, Kristen. How are you? I know.
Hello, how are you?
Very good.
I'm good.
We're glad to hear from you.
Yeah, what you got cooking?
Because we only have a few
Yeah,
minutes left.
we only got a few, so hit us hard. Hit us. Kristen, hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, I'm here. Hi, hello.
All right, yes, yeah, you got some questions, cards. Get it out there, please. Oh, I'm not trying to be mean, but
We don't have much for time.
yeah, we don't want to screw you over. We want to make sure you get your questions in and we answer them.
I don't know. I don't know how this works, so I thought maybe there's a card or something.
Let me ask you real quickly.
Yeah,
Are you in a relationship and are you happy?
Yeah, what would you like to know? What's the most important thing you want to know about?
Yeah. Your work, your family, your partner.
I guess we could do a relationship. Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
Okay, you're in a relationship and you maybe want to see how that looks long term, or because that's
Yes,
what the cards.
please. That would be great. Thank you.
While she's putting the cards on, you can give a little background information on the relationship. Has it been a long time? Been together a long time? Known each other? Some people have known.
Yeah, we've been together for about 3 years.
Okay, that is.
In our day and age, that's doing
If you go
well.
beyond a year, then it's
Yeah.
usually something real. Okay, that's. And is there any speed bumps, turmoil, or anything you're worried about?
Yeah, no, I'm in the beginning, you know, he cheated, so I just want to know how things are now, maybe, because we are doing good, but there is some trust issues.
Trust issues. All right. And you know what? The perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
they see all. Go ahead, Deb.
I'm gonna just speak bottom line since we're almost done.
Yeah, we don't want to mince
I
words.
want
here.
you to know that he actually finds you really hot. And he enjoys fantasizing about you, say with other women and other men. And I think they all kind of do this. And maybe women do it too. But I really feel that your relationship looks like that would be the only mistake. My sense is that he really learned from that. He feels incredibly guilty. And sometimes it can take a very long time for the partner
trust.
that was cheated
The
on,
trust.
right?
Yep.
The trust is so easy to build and yet so hard once it's been
Some
broken.
people never get over it. So what do you see?
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say to you, wait, no.
Sorry.
Are you planning to have any children?
Not anytime soon, but maybe I would like one at one point.
There's a Yiddish proverb that goes, man plans and God laughs. And I am definitely seeing a baby coming here. And it's a gift. It's gonna but Dr. Phil says children should not be born with a job, but this won't be a job. This will be the tie that binds. It's gonna reawaken the two of you to the true commitment that you share. Now, if you don't want one right now, grandmother who taught me this method would say, best you keep your knees crossed and your mind on Jesus.
Bet statistically 75% of us people walking on this planet, and I'm probably lowballing it, are not planned. Being planned and unwanted are two different things. You can have a child that you didn't plan, doesn't mean it was unwanted pregnancy.
I do want to mention.
But go ahead, back to you.
I worry, or your mate worries, you're never going to forgive him. And I think it wouldn't hurt stress that you're working on it, because there is healing coming here.
Plus, if you say you're working on it, you'll be a little more careful then too.
Well, I don't
No,
I see.
just kidding.
Her partner's not going to do it again.
Good.
Not at all.
This was good.
A huge learning, defining experience. So
you did say it was early on in your relationship, yes?
Yes, it was.
Well, there you go, right?
yeah.
It was before the first year, probably 6 months. What was it?
It was like in the first year, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go, like Deb said, right?
This is not a serial cheater. I would tell you
Awesome.
if it was, but it is not.
Plus, he probably would have continued to do it and got caught again, right? Probably if he was.
But
Yeah.
it
That's
really
awesome.
worries him that he's going to lose you, even still.
And sometimes a bad thing can lead to a better thing. Maybe he's going to be a better partner for it
Yes.
in the long run.
So I hope you call us again, hon.
Awesome. Yes.
We'd love to follow your story.
You don't sound like you're from
Thank
the
you
Bronx.
so much.
Sound like you're from
Are
the
you
Bronx.
transplant to the Bronx?
Everybody says that.
Okay, well that's cool. Then I don't feel too stupid. But that's all.
No. Okay.
Yeah, well, she says, well, thank you, Kristen.
Yes,
Thank you, live.
Well,
from the
thank you
Bronx.
so much.
Oh, absolutely. It was great meeting you all. All right, we got a few minutes.
We got a couple minutes, so you may speak.
We'd like to mention, it won't be long, I will have a complete free course in this method, which grandmother called personal prophecy. And it will be available on a new launching website out of Dubai. Totally free, no gimmicks, no tricks, just a way for people to get a taste of how you can pick this up. The way I see it is, if I can do it, you can do it. Intuitive perception is something we all possess. We just need to learn how to focus it.
All right, you've described it before, like when people have the feeling that somebody's watching,
Yes,
or the hair stands up on your back and neck, all that type. That's like intuition, is it not?
it is. Or you think of somebody and, oh my God, out of the blue, they call you or they send you a message. Intuitively, you can really get that much in touch.
Sure.
I'm also available on my website, psychiclovedoctor.com.
Truth.
Where if you would like to book a private session with me, I don't charge an arm and a leg. I don't believe just because you can, that's a good way to reach out
Right.
and help people.
And you won't be on air,
No,
and I won't be there. It'll just be one-on-one.
completely confidential.
Truth.
So, where did the title come from? Final thing to tell you.
Yeah, real quick, so you don't think it's weird.
AOL. And they discovered
America Online for you youngsters. Sorry, some people don't know what that means. America Online for the folks that are
They found me.
young.
I was giving free readings in a chat room, just kind of playing around, and they said, "We're looking for a psychic love doctor. Would you like to be it?" And I was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding? Of course I would."
And it worked, and that room was always full. They had rooms they called the chat rooms, and they only had a certain capacity, and they had a higher capacity. Even that wouldn't be full.
Well, my only claim to fame there with AOL is that one time the chat room became so people were just attacking
Bombarding
it.
it, yeah.
It caused the mainframe to fall, and this was
Their system went, whoop.
it was a long time ago.
That was in the 90s. All right,
All right.
30 seconds. We got to go.
Well, remember the words of my grandmother. To dream is to believe, and once you believe, all things are possible. Take care, everybody. Let's catch you next hump day.
We shall indeed see you next week.
Bye-bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for an offering of light with Robin Chaney. Robin Chaney. Live from RobinChaney.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is an offering of light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Thursday night at A1R. I'm tongue-tied. Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm so excited that you're here. And is anybody else growing their bangs out right now? Because I'm trying to, but I think I'm going to end up cutting them short, just because, that stage right here, it's so bizarre and it's so frustrating. Anyway, so if you see me doing this with my hair, it's because they're in that awkward length. So anyway, it does not matter. Welcome, I'm Robin Chaney. I'm here to give you an offering of light. So if you would like to receive it, just set your intention to receive it. And it helps with anything that you feel stuck in, or you want some help with, or you want some healing with. Just direct it and it will go there. Okay? So let's go ahead and get comfortable. Whatever that means to you. I don't care if you're laying down, sitting up, standing on your head. Sorry, I'm a little goofy today. As long as you're comfortable. All right, on the count of 3, let's take a deep breath in. So 1, 2, 3, deep breath in. And release. And let's do that one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, deep breath in. And release. All right, so I'm just going to start running the light. And then whatever I get, I will communicate with you, everybody. I just want to let you know this is my first time actually working this week, as I have been under the weather. So I'm a little out of practice, but the light is not. So don't worry about the light. Just worry about me, right? It won't mess up, but I will. And as I'm just running light through the audience and the collective here, I want you to know, if you enjoy anything that I'm doing tonight, please feel free to go to my website. It's robinchaney.com, and sign up for any other offerings that I have that you're interested in. I have one-on-one sessions. I have group sessions, and the group sessions are lower cost, because I want everybody to be able to heal and everybody to receive this healing. So that's another reason why we do this for free. We do group. I have a group coming up actually Saturday. Sorry, I didn't even realize it was Saturday. I've been sick all week. I forget. It's at noon on Saturday, August 30th. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time, and it's not working really well. My brain is still fatigued, obviously. But with the group, I will also do reading. I will also read people. So you will get light, and you could also possibly get a reading. So it just depends on who is there and who I'm called to read. But I remember when I was really sick, I couldn't work. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. I could barely feed myself and barely get to the restroom by myself. And a lot of the times I couldn't. So I understand how important giving back to the community is. And that's why I do like the free show here and the low cost group sessions, the group live events, because I want everybody to be able to receive healing. All right, I'm actually being brought to a gentleman, but there's a younger female kind of standing in front with like a Raggedy Ann doll. This young female is standing in front of this gentleman. The gentleman is who, hold on. The Raggedy Ann and Andy. Oh, there's Raggedy Andy is also there. Okay. Are y'all familiar with those dolls? Anyway, this young adult doesn't feel like she's on Earth anymore. She's not on Earth anymore. Okay, so she's crossed. And it's the gentleman behind her. I'm hearing father. Her father is behind her. And that's who I am being brought to. Oh, this heavy heart, this sad heart. grieving heart. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of guilt in that heart. And she's holding up the dolls. She's holding up the dolls for him. She wants me to make sure I see these dolls for him. Like I see the dolls and he is like so far behind it. So she is really putting up these dolls and remember the dolls and playing with the dolls. And she has such fond memories of these dolls and being in her room and playing. I feel like the gentleman, I feel like it's her father, used to play with her tea parties. Oh, even like tiaras and boas. Okay, so this was the beautiful father who just adored his daughter. Wow. And I'm getting the age of 6. So I don't know if we're talking she was 6 when she passed or if she's coming through as a 6-year-old. But she is just a daddy's girl. And she is reaching out to you. This is amazing. She's reaching out to you to give you some healing. So she is directing, I'm giving you light, but she is going to direct it to those beautiful parts of your heart that are so sad, that are just stuck in the grieving. She says it's okay to grieve, but it's moving through it. That's the important step here. She says she still gets to play with you. She still plays with you. And she loves every moment that she had with you on this earth. And you were so, like, just dear to her. She loves you so much. And you were so dear to her and still are. You still are. So she encourages you to continue those play dates if that's what helps you. But she says, make them more of an adult play date with your wife. I'm not hearing mother, I'm hearing wife. So include your wife on that. And I think that's going to help you move through that grief. And she said she is bringing you to this reading so you feel this. I don't think he's actually here right now. I think he's going to get the replay. She just, I want to say endearing. She just loves you so much and she wants you to heal so you can live. You can live. And your wife can help you. The wife can help you pull through this. And it's okay to lean on her. It feels like you're shutting her out. So it's okay to lean on her. She is strong enough to handle this. Okay. And your daughter is asking you to be strong enough as well. Strong enough to heal and to move through. And she has every faith that you're strong enough. She knows you're strong enough. She has every faith that you are able to do this and that you are ready. And she wants you to be ready. And this is part of the healing that she is gifting you tonight is to be ready. You're not leaving her behind. You're not leaving her behind. You're carrying her with you. Okay? And you got to be strong enough to carry her with you. And she says, my daddy's the strongest man in the world. So she believes you are ready. Here we go. This is special light from your daughter to you. Ooh. And for those who are also here for healing, don't worry, your healing is here as well. The light can reach so many people at one time, but my attention can only be in so many places. And the messages from the daughter who has crossed is most important to deliver tonight. So that's where my attention is. But everybody else here who has the intention to receive healing is receiving it. Okay. But we are talking to this special father, the father who wore the tiara. I see you in a tiara. I see the hair like the short brown hair with like little curls in there. And he would come have tea parties with his daughter, the stuffed animals, pouring the tea. And the stuffed animals had names, and they would sit around and they would do proper, like with their napkins. This is how he taught you like table manners, right? This is how he taught you table manners. Isn't that wonderful? How creative. You're so creative. And she really wants you to, start opening up to your wife. She can really help give you a hand through this, okay? You can lean on her, lean on the angels, lean on your faith, but lean on it as in walking through, right? Not staying there, not falling on it, leaning on it as you walk through, as you heal, okay? And also healing some of these thought patterns, because there's a lot of self-blame in here. There's a lot of self-criticism. There's a lot of just self-worth. You lost your heart. You lost your heart, but you didn't. She says, we got to experience each other's hearts. And now you get to experience your wife's heart on a different level. That's going to make you stronger. That is going to rebuild this relationship. And the trajectory of this relationship is incredible if you allow it to happen. There also feels like there's another child. Is it child coming? There's another child coming. So congratulations. Beautiful. I'm so excited for you. And I think this child, I don't think it's in utero yet. I think it's coming, right? But this child is also a gift to help you heal and move forward, okay? Feels like a boy, by the way. Or it could just be a masculine, right? Masculine energy is what I'm picking up on. But that's going to help reopen your heart. But she wants you to be ready for that opening, so you don't close off, okay? She wants you to be ready so you can open. And so leaning on your wife, healing with your wife, taking her hand and really walking through that fire with her, that's going to help prepare you for the soul that is coming to you, okay? But please work on this healing so that when this soul arrives on earth, you are ready. You're no longer blaming yourself, right? Because this is not your fault. What happened is not your fault in any way, okay? I'm hearing you weren't even involved, okay? Oh, I haven't been to pay. Oh, 30 seconds. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to keep running light for everybody, but I just saw that there's 30 seconds left. So thank you so much for coming. I will see you next week, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves and got what you needed. Good night, everybody.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Zodiac Zone with Melissa Markham. Live from MMAstrovibes.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Zodiac Zone on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everyone, happy full moon. This one is actually very important. I mean, all full moons are important, but this one is really about fear, and it's also about responsibility. It is the full moon in Capricorn, and it's really about career development, but it's really about evaluating leadership of your own life and your life path. It's about setting boundaries, work-life balance, because with the lunar nodes, which are the elliptical points in the sky, they're very, very karmic. The opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. So when you think about Capricorn, it is the father place in the chart, and the moon is the mother. So when you think, okay, public versus your public self, what you're trying to portray to the public versus your private self, how does your outer identity match your inner truth? So with the full moon, it's about releasing what's not working for you, releasing maybe a job that just doesn't fit you, that has served its purpose. I always say releasing is not a bad thing. In fact, it's a great thing, because when you release something, energetically something else comes in. So I celebrate this full moon in Capricorn, and I would advise all of you to celebrate it, because it's really the story of you and what you would like to portray. Another thing I wanted to say is really let go of that emotional baggage that hinders, discipline or self-respect. And don't hold on to those old ideas that just no longer serve you. I like to go outside when there's a full moon. And typically what I do is I write things on a piece of paper that I want to release, and I face it to the moon, or I rip it out, or I burn it. And I say to myself, I first thank the energy, because at that moment in time, I needed that lesson or whatever that is. And then I'm free to let it go. And that's what I think the dolphins do. That's why they're so important. And it's a blessing. This is all a blessing. So I just wanted to talk about that. Another thing I wanted to talk about, this has been a really climactic week in astrology, is we had something happen that hasn't happened in 84 years. Uranus went into Gemini, and I am an evolutionary astrologer that likes to look at history. So I look back and I think to myself, well, what happened 84 years ago? Well, 84 years ago was World War II, and it was the start of a new industry. And then if you look back 84 years before that, it was the Civil War and starting of a new industry. 84 years before that was the American Revolution. That was a new industry as well. So there is a perpetual pattern here. And what I think is happening is kind of like what this full moon is, we're going out with the old, in with the new. And we're going into the fourth industrial revolution, which is very concentrated on AI, I believe. So Uranus stays in a sign about 7 years, and I believe in the next, from now to the next 7 years, we're going to see remarkable things with AI. Probably our transit system is going to be AI, self-driving cars. We're already seeing test markets for this all around the country. Other countries like China already have this in place. I think things have to break down to get to the other side. So I tell people to, which energy do you want to fear? Want to feed, love or fear. And I think this is the way that all of this is going right now. So, two very important things. 2025 has just been a remarkable year, but it's for a lot of people very, very heavy because they see things all around them changing. But like with anything else, there's always the polarity. There's things that feel very hard and dense, but also things that are going to change for the better easier and make our lives as people easier. It's again, which energy. So that's another thing that I wanted to kind of point out tonight. I also wanted to do readings. So I'm very excited about that. Hi. Is this Kim?
Yes, this is Kim speaking.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
I am great. So I'm an evolutionary astrologer. First, I wanted to ask, do you have your birth time?
Yes, it's 1:04 a.m.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get into my program. Just want to quickly restart it again. Sometimes things act kind of funny. Not for you. I love programs that act funny, especially when I'm trying to do my show here. I'm so sorry. I cannot for some reason get it started. I don't know if Zoom is being temperamental or.
Sorry, I can't hear you too clearly. I don't know.
Can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, it's much better.
Okay. Okay, it's coming up. You can hear it. Good. Awesome. Okay, so. All right. What is your birthday?
June 1st, 1983.
June 1st, 1983.
Mm-hmm.
Three. And the birth time?
1:04 a.m.
1:04 a.m. And city and state you were born?
Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. Thank you for calling from Toronto, by the way.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. So very interesting. What I do, and I'm going to do this really quick, so I know that I have about 6 minutes left, but I want to give you something to hold on to here. In the lunar nodes, you come in from the south node and you're trying to get to the north node. So your south node is Sagittarius in the 11th house of Aquarius. And your North node is in Gemini in the 5th house. I would say you're probably like the perpetual student that always has goals. And and really, you have the truth. You know what's going on. It's getting your mind to believe that. And really, I feel like you need to do something very heart-centered, something that you love, and not just doing it because society says you should do it or it's a goal that you should do it. You have to come to that realization of, you know what, I'm going to do it because I love doing this. And this feels good. You know, it's not about a goal. It's not about even keeping up with the Joneses or doing anything like that. It's doing something that you truly love and listening to those voices and that intuitive and not have to research it and make sure it's the right thing. It's like, no, you know how to do it. And I feel like because I also look at Chiron. So Chiron is the wounded healer. And it's the wounds what we have in our chart. And your wound is in the 4th house. So it has something to do with family. And it's something in Taurus where you feel stuck. Where it's almost like, you know what, I'm here. And I don't know what to do. And I'm almost scared to make changes. You know? And it's really about listening to that intuition inside of you, because I feel like you have a lot of that. I feel like you can connect to all of this, you know, and it's not being confused. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I want to feel unstuck. I don't want to keep searching and looking and researching and you know, almost like that nomad, you know, searching and searching and looking. It's like, no, it was here the whole time. I just have to connect to it because I do love it and it will work, you know? And I feel like, so whatever that is and whatever this means to you, there lies your answer. And it was there the whole time. You didn't have to.
Got it.
Does all this make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like spot on. In terms of career, it's spot on.
Yeah. And I feel like once you're there, you're always going to be there. And so in terms of career, so go out and do the work tonight. It's a perfect night to do that with the full moon in Capricorn.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in, Kim. And my website is mmastrovives.com. And my name is Melissa Markham.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a fabulous rest of your night.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Peace, Love, Tranquility Healing with Tony Lacey. Live from peacelovetranquilityhealing.my.canva.site/Peace Love Tranquility Healing -home.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, Whitney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining in. We are on A1R Psychic Radio, as well as Moonstruck TV and other platforms. It's been a crazy weather week here in Ontario, Canada. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but let's just say Mother Nature is acting up a little bit again. So, as some of you know, I am a psychic medium as well as a trance medium. We don't have time to do trance readings because we only have about 7 or 8 minutes for a reading here, typically for myself at least. But you can reach out to me on Instagram at any time. If you're interested in speaking more and finding out more information about that, I'm more than happy to spend some time with you. We're going to be getting a caller. Like I said, today, it's been a weird week here. Just waiting for my wonderful producer, Dave, to get someone on the line. And until then, we can speak about how has your energy been this week? Have you been sleepy? Have you been moody? Have you been emotional? The energies I have found this week have been quite interesting. Yeah, emotional would be probably the top for myself, at least. And I have Karen, who's calling in from California. Awesome. Bringing some great weather, I hope, Karen.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
Awesome to hear. How are you?
We're doing all right this evening, and yourself?
Great, thank you. I'm just going to turn the volume up a bit so I can hear you better. Did you have anything in particular that you wanted for this evening, either psychic or mediumship?
Mediumship would be fine.
Mediumship is good. Okay. I'm immediately being greeted by a younger female energy. She has like a sister type of energy. So it could be a best friend that you considered a sister. It's not necessarily blood related, or an actual sister. Do either of those resonate with you?
No.
Okay. Do you know if you have a sister, or sorry, a sibling that did not make it earthbound from your mom?
I am the oldest. I have 2 younger sisters, and as far as I know, that's all I have. Unless
Okay.
there's something that I don't know.
No, okay. Okay. This energy is quite strong. She's presenting with a paternal feeling. So, could be a cousin from your father's side, because she's showing up on my paternal side. I will just give you the information that she's giving me. She's presenting, I want to say possibly in her 30s, long, straight, dark hair. It feels like it's dark brown. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. Dancing. She's saying that dancing is important. There's some type of schooling as well that I believe someone is having thoughts about, questions about whether they should pursue something in particular or continue their schooling. Does that make sense for either of your sisters, yourself, or any of your kids?
I enjoy dancing, and I teach special ed kids.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't
Perfect.
have any other sisters or brothers.
Okay. So, yep.
I don't come from a blended family. Unless my father did something that we don't know about, then I can't ask him. He's passed.
Okay. Like I said, she's coming from the paternal side. She's coming in from your father's side, so it could be either a cousin, like I said, or a step. Yeah, I'm not getting stepkids either. There's a paternal connection to it.
So what
Go ahead.
what is she trying to say? I mean, we could sit here and dance around who she might be, with no idea. But clearly, if she wants to come through, she's got something to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask her and see what she's saying. Continue the studies. There's something to do with schooling, continuing education to progress into a different. I don't want to say level or grade. It's something different. So it could be either going from a public school board.
Progress in a different field.
Okay. Okay, so that makes sense
I'm
to you
hearing
then?
progressing in a different field is what I'm hearing.
Okay. She's very happy with the decision that you're going to make. She's saying that you're going to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective than you have been. She's showing me a single rose, and now the rose is being pinned on a male of older age. So he is slender. His face is quite gaunt, and I don't use that word. I'm not familiar with that word, so I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's the word I'm hearing. And he's saying that he's very proud of you. And there's something to do with university. There's again, schooling is coming up with him as well. So the decisions that you're flipping back and forth with, it's the continuing of education. It would be to go towards that path.
Oh,
does that
thank you.
resonate?
Well, it gives me a lot to think on.
Okay. We still have lots of time. They've been kind of quiet and quick. Did you have a psychic question that you wanted to ask, or anybody else on the other side that maybe that you would like me to invite in and see if they come?
If there's someone out there that would like to speak, I'm totally open to it. It's like I don't, I've got no expectations from the other side, but I do welcome it.
Okay. Now I'm getting a female on the maternal side, and it feels like a grandmother, possibly a great grandmother. The word rose is coming up again, so it could be rose is in her name, or was her favorite flower or scent. Like I said, it's on the maternal side. And I'm seeing stars. So stars has significance in astrology. Somebody's big into astrology. They want to acknowledge whoever that is, that they are aware that they're into the astrology, they're smiling, that they're happy, that this person is open to this other realm, let's just say, into what is larger than what we know here on the earth plane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that resonate with you?
That's my belief.
Okay. Okay.
And roses, my grandmother's favorite flower was roses, but I never knew her to be into stars or astrology. That's something that I'm trying to undertake.
Yeah, no, it's not her that's in it. She's acknowledging the person that is open to it and actively doing it. So that would be yourself that you confirmed. Yeah, she's very happy that you're doing this. She really is. She's saying, don't worry about what people are going to think. You're going to be open about this. You're going to be bringing this as a gift and possibly a service You're going to be in like a business type of service in the future. And she is backing that 100%. She's smiling. She has a great big smile. There's going to be people that are going to question it. It's hokey. It's not real. I hear it. It's it's the newspaper kind of column thing. She's like, don't listen to them.
You've always got naysayers until it becomes a fad.
She's saying you've got this. You're going to be very strong in your position and your power. You believe it. You're not going to listen to those that try to bring you down and tell you not to go, searching for the stars, because she's showing me a full galaxy of stars right now, and it's just absolutely stunning. I wish I could take this picture out of my head to show you. It's absolutely beautiful.
Mm.
So she's definitely with you on this journey.
Well, tell her I say thank you for that message, because I think that that's what ties back into what you said earlier about continuing education and progressing in a field.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's not.
That's awesome.
It's not a normal field. That's not a normal field that somebody else would just go off and pursue, because we're dealing with the woo-woo,
Mm-hmm. That's
so
what some would
need
say.
To start understanding that people need to start understanding the woo-woo isn't so woo-woo.
That's right. There was
My
woo-woo
philosophy
before.
My thing is astrology is your best friend, because that's your map. That is your personal map. And if you could sink into your astrology and understand who you are, what you stand for, all the way down to, I think the first gift you're given is your date of birth and your time of birth and your planet alignment. And when you understand what all that stands for, that is your first step of knowing and truly embracing who you are. And that's like the first step of navigating life. Because otherwise you're like out in the woods trying to figure out, what tree is what, so to speak. So I'm a big believer in astrology.
You worded it
honestly,
perfectly.
I honestly wish they would bring this into the schools so the kids could understand that there's a bigger realm, and who you are isn't always about here and now. It's all about what your destiny was meant to be, and you get that from your astrology.
That's right. I appreciate your input. Hopefully I get to hear in the future how your business is doing and how everybody else is doing. Your grandmother's with you, this female figure, and your father is there. I would like to thank you again for calling in. Thank you everyone for watching myself. Peace, love, tranquility, healing on A1R Radio, Moonstruck TV, and of course other platforms. I wish you all a safe and healthy weekend.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Soul Seed, Divine Guidance and Spiritual Mediumship with Lisa Thurgate Marks. Live from LisaThurgateMarks.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Soul Seed, Divine Guidance and Spiritual Mediumship on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello everybody, Lisa Thurgate Marks coming to you live from the Gold Coast in Mermaid Waters. The sun's out today here and it's actually a beautiful day. Thought I'd wear something quite springy because we have had the winter and it has been quite gloomy. Although it's always good to snuggle up in winter, it's nice to be able to see that the flowers are coming out, the bees are around pollinating. And we know, like over in America, you've got the warmth of the sun as well, but coming into autumn. And that's around a time of letting go. But it's really good because we always need to have a yin and a yang going on. So whether it be our masculine and feminine, our light and our dark side, our mirror image, so to speak, and we learn. And every time that we come to another season, there is new growth for us or a new shedding. But what that ultimately means is it's part of our body, it's part of our energy field, our makeup. It's about coming and being in tune with your innate self, with your innate knowing, because no one knows you like you know yourself. And so, whichever season that you're coming into, it's really hand on heart and feeling, well, okay, what is my body telling me? What is my soul trying to tell me? What's speaking to me right now? Give yourself time and space to be quiet, just in the stillness, and feel hand on heart, and really ask yourself, what do I need to know right now? And as we hold up a mirror, I did a reading just for the collective, and it was a mirror that reflects. I hold up the mirror to see, accept, and love all of me. And the old saying, we should all love each other and ourselves. And it comes back to loving yourself, as I say, warts and all. Really love the good, the bad, the ugly, because it's all medicine. It's about really you need to get to understand yourself, to know yourself. The best relationship you can have is with yourself. The power is within you. So understanding the best relationship is with you. So coming back to you, hand on heart, and really feeling in and asking is, what do I need in this turn of this season? And everybody have a great Halloween coming up too. I do have a caller coming in, and I do love my callers. I just want to say a real quick thank you for Judy last week, but she even left a nice thank you on my thread. So that was lovely. Thank you so much. And so I'd like to welcome my caller now coming in, Christina in Largo, Florida. How are you, Christina?
Hi, doing well. Thank
Hello.
you.
Good to hear your voice.
Thank
Today,
you. You
would
too.
you like a general reading? Do you have a question? Would you like to connect with loved ones in spirit? What would you like today?
I have a real big, important, two questions coming up. So maybe the general reading would that answer the questions, you think, or should I ask specific?
We'll do a bit of both. How does that sound?
You're awesome.
Yeah, because sometimes when we have the questions, there's more to the bigger picture that we're not seeing. So when
Yes,
I
that's what I'm feeling.
connect
Yeah.
into you, I'm really feeling here. They're telling me to tell you, it's like I needed to let it go in order to grow. So, okay, big changes for you, but yeah, it was let go in order to grow. That even rhymes. I feel there's someone coming through here with a stake or a spear or something. Just really, you need to be really firm in your belief structure at the moment. And I keep feeling when I'm driving this car, I'm all over the place. But they're saying, no, come on, come back. You know that you're worthy of more than this. And so take the plunge, go for it. Does that answer your question? You need to actually dive full on. Because there's
No, it doesn't.
yeah, that's okay, because the big change that I'm getting for you is around your money, around how you spend your money, you make your money. and I feel that you actually need to dive full on into it. So there's something coming through, and it's on your left side, and it's around your intuition, around your feminine. You need to trust your gut. You need to lift yourself up and believe in you and let go. It's like I really need to let go of what was holding me back. Are you resonating?
I'm just trying to put it together. So I have a really big question. Yeah, let me just put it out there. So
is there something around your son?
I don't have a son.
No, a sun, a male, sun, or sun in the sun sky. I'm getting the word sun coming through as well. But anyway, go with your question and we'll piece it together.
Okay. So yeah, let's piece it together because I know that can be helpful. So I was planning on going to Mexico for 3 months to check out a community, and my health is not well. And I hurt my back, and their autoimmune is flaring, and I'm doing a lot of therapies to help and support that, and spiritual as well as physical and emotional. So I didn't want to really leave that until I felt that I'd gotten through some things, and then maybe go to Mexico. So I have to decide in the next couple of days. So that I got through was amazing.
Well, to me, I feel let go because I've got that stake holding you up. I feel that you can hold yourself up. Okay, that big stake. Remember when you said you're doing a lot of work at the moment, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and letting go. So when we have restrictions within ourselves and the pain in the back where you're supporting others, you're not holding yourself up. This is actually the restrictions you're putting on yourself. Let them go. So the currency, the money, everything you're feeding yourself, if you go to Mexico, is it sunny there? Is there something to do with the sun? Because I am getting a lot of warmth around you there. I'm not sure. Is it sunny in Mexico? I'm in Australia. I've just got to help me here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And where I live now is sunny too.
Sun.
So.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I
There's
got
sun
the words
right where I live now. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the word sun. So if you can get to the sun, let go the restrictions. When we talk about our health and our somatically what we're thinking, everything can take a toll on our body. So if you can let go, like I said, and go. So where you are now, it's only 3 months. Go for it because there is a change moving forward with you. So once you get there, you can put your stake in the ground, hold yourself up, and let go a lot of the physical, mental, emotional ailments that are around you. Because I keep coming back to the pressures of you. So please do let go. Does that make sense? Play this back. I really want you to play it back.
I'm in the sun now, so I'm in Hawaii, so you can't get much more beautiful than this. So and this is where I'm doing the healing work. So how can I ask it differently?
Are you letting go to the healing work, or are you stuck? Because I'm still looking at that stave or something, and I've got holding you. You need to hold yourself up. Are you actually surrendering and letting go? Are you really doing the work?
You can always get more.
And sometimes you can overdo it as well because it's in the nothingness. When you just let go and surrender is when the healing really takes place, because sometimes things can compound on you that much that you can't see the forest for the trees. It can get quite foggy and you can't really see which direction you're going. And that's a bit where you're at the moment. This is about coming back to your soul. Sorry?
It's coming back to what? Coming back to what?
It's to your soul, what you're feeling. There's a lot of heartache. I keep coming around to you. There is a lot of heartache that you actually need to let go of as well and trust yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting in touch with now. There's a lot of sadness that's been repressed for a long time that I just didn't know was there.
And I'm really feeling it because this is a work I do with people all the time. Know that I'm always here for you. You can always DM me. But what you need to do is really feel in and ask your soul to surrender. Ask yourself, your personality. Just hop out of your head and feel that vibration within with your soul. If it doesn't feel good, if your heart's not pumping with excitement or it's going boom, 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 that's not good. You need that peace because there's a lot of pressure around you and you're not going to have that restriction that I'm feeling within your back. You're not going to be able to hold yourself up firm if you don't let go. So yes, you can stay in the sun, but I am actually getting movement. Sometimes I get the words, because I got the word sun very strongly, but you've got to look at that and ask yourself, is it over consuming you? Is all this work just too much for your soul to cope with? You know, and you fill a cup up and little kids are running and they'll keep filling it up, and all of a sudden it's gone over the bench.
Yeah.
You've got to look and you're filling yourself up too much. Is your cup overflowing with spirituality, with healing? Sometimes it's in the negative space.
I am doing quite a bit.
Yeah, and I feel it's consuming you, but I'm just sending you so much love, Christina. Take a step back from you. Trust your inner soul. Send yourself love, and I'm sending everybody else love too. Just so much love. And yeah, love yourself first and foremost. The answers are always within.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for the Psychic Psych with Jax Potter. Jax Potter. Live from the psychicpsych.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is the Psychic Psych
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good morning or good evening, wherever you are listening from. I am Jax, and I am beyond excited to do this show today. So much messaging has been coming through before I've even jumped on, so I'm super excited to take some calls. I'll do a little card pull first, see what's happening for the collective. Mostly what's been coming through, you guys, is that If you are finding that you are continually drawn to seeking support, whether that's seeking the guidance of lots of psychics or therapeutic support, there is nothing wrong with this. In fact, it's brilliant. But if you are finding that this has been happening for a long time for you and you've never felt like that itch has been scratched, it's like you're constantly looking for more. There's not the answers that you're after, or not the fulfillment that you're after, or the sense of knowledge that you're after. You are being asked to check in with your own inner knowing, with your higher self knowing, and also look more deeply into your own psychic gifts. We all have a higher self, which is our soul self. We also all have connection to the spirit realm because we are soul beings. So if you're finding that the people that you're meeting or the readings that you're having aren't quite hitting home or aren't quite enough, and you find that you're constantly seeking more, this is a really beautiful soul encouragement to connect in, to see what you already know, to see what your own team is guiding you with and supporting you with. I love, love, love being able to help people do this. So I am a trauma therapist and a psychic medium, and I work with people all over the world every day in working through trauma, also connecting in with their higher selves, with their loved ones, with their spirit team, and getting the messages that can support them. But one of my favorite things to do is to help people develop their own psychic gifts. So whether that's with me or with someone else, I absolutely encourage everyone to learn how to connect in with their higher self, their intuitive knowing, and sometimes even their team as well. All right, I'm going to do a quick card pull, and then we're going to take a caller. Oh, okay. Stone Circle. This is from Seasons of the Witch Oracle. In ceremony, you conjure a devotion so deeply it reflects the worship into yourself. What this means is pretty much exactly what I was talking about, is check in with yourself, connect back in with the knowing that you actually have, but sometimes we forget because the world is loud and other people's voices are loud and other people's opinions are loud. So check in with your own knowing and trust that. Trust that. All right. Alma, sorry, honey, if I've mispronounced your name. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi.
Hi, Jax. Is it possible to ask a question?
I would love you to ask a question. Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm really turning a new leaf, and I'm really tuning into my intuition. And I'm just wondering, in the next couple of months, September, October, do you see me in a committed partnership romantically?
Oh, beautiful. I love that I was just speaking about connecting in with your own knowing. And this is what you're talking about, because I know that you've already felt some nudges and you've felt the support around you from your team. This is so beautiful. Okay, they're not giving me exact timeframes. Often this is the case because we can jump timelines and timeframes can shift. So if I'm not getting a definite time frame, it just means that there's a little bit of room for movement. Things might happen earlier, or things can change in an instant. But they are saying by the end of this year, gosh, it's so different for you, beautiful. It's so they're showing me a partner, but they're also, as an added bonus, I'm actually being shown two gifts. And you've opened one, and it's this beautiful partner, and then you open another gift, and it's more confidence, which really is a gift, because that's been something that you have struggled with earlier in life, and you've worked on a lot yourself. You've done a lot of your own healing around your self-worth and around your confidence and around believing in yourself. Particularly, that's what's coming through, is believe in yourself. You've done so much work, and I want to give you credit for that already. But along with this beautiful partner comes this kind of extra growth in confidence, because we can do a whole heap of our own healing, and that is really, really important. But when you are in a safe partnership, whether that's friendship or a lover or just any kind of really safe soul connection, it's a whole other level of growth and healing. And that's what you've got coming.
Okay. Wonderful.
It's so beautiful. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, it's a beautiful, like, I really feel, it's so funny because I don't dye my hair anymore, and this is just a confidence thing. And I was at the grocery store, and the guy was like, it was Senior Citizen Day. And it makes me laugh, and I'm not a senior, but it didn't matter. And he goes, are you a senior? I said, no, I am who I am, and I'm proud of that. And I kind of walked away, and it just came naturally, you know? And it was just, and so at this point, it doesn't matter what you look like anymore. It's all about the inside out thing going on. So it was just my way of just, the confidence just emitted itself on its own, right? So it's very humbling experience. It just, that's what confidence is. There's nothing to think about when you are authentic, as I am. You know, it just comes in naturally. So yeah.
You've really mastered that too. And that's what I was about to ask you is, how do you see yourself as so differently from 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Because the way I'm being shown is you've really mastered that innate sense of, I am worthy, I am lovable, I am incredible as I am. This is just a temporary soul avatar, that body that I'm floating around in. And it is a true, authentic, deep self-love and self-worth that you have really gotten to. And I'm so impressed by that, because we talk about that a lot. We all talk about, I just want to love myself and I want to be proud of myself, and I want to not care what other people think, but it's often really difficult to get there. And I want to give you so much credit. That was a perfect example of what you just said, of how much of your own healing you've done. And now, because of that healing that you've done, you are really moving into a space where you will have far more connectedness to your spirit team as well, particularly when this partner comes in. Yeah, particularly when this partner comes in, it's because it's a soul connection. Soul connections, so we're all souls, so all connections are soul connections. But this is a soul orchestrated, I'm hearing aerial love, which means like cosmic love. And because it is yes, it's beautiful. Because it's that really true cosmic love, there's even more room for you to move and be yourself. You're fully in your authenticity now, but you're even going to be surprised. You're going to move into next year and even be shocked at how much more free and playful and silly you feel, because this partner opens that up for you as well.
Yeah, and I think it's always a reflection, right? The more you're sending inside out, the level that you're looking for in a partnership, that changes too, right? So it all goes hand in hand with the yin and the yang. You know, it's a synchronistic dance, energetic dance. You know, that between two people, and it just, for me, I feel like I'm in a place where it's just going to happen naturally. There's nothing for me to do. There's nothing for me to be more of. If, for that matter, have more self-love, if that's even possible. But just, more loving myself and filling my own inner cup. That's important to do that. So I'm going to keep on. Yeah.
You really have this deep understanding of what's coming and deep knowing of what's coming already. They're showing me that you already know it's really divinely orchestrated, and there will be so many synchronicities with this, and it will happen very, very easily in how it unfolds and how you see each other. There's almost like a recognition of souls when you see each other, that it will feel really comfortable. Even when there's things that you're getting to know about each other, it won't feel challenging. There's just this level of comfort already, which is beautiful. The thing they're saying you're not expecting is the level of playfulness and the level of silliness. And that's going to add a whole different dimension to your life as well.
Yeah, I like that way you said the playfulness, because I lack that right now. I'm just so focused on my mission. Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's not here at the moment purely because you've spent so much time harnessing your own strengths, understanding yourself, clearing out some old limiting beliefs. You've done so much of this work. The playfulness is there underneath. That's who you are. It's just not there at the moment, but it hasn't needed to be because you've been in a really different energetic space. But you will notice throughout the end of this year, and particularly January, February, where the level of playfulness and silliness is so beautiful, and passion, which I love for you.
Yeah. Can I ask you just one little thing? Do you feel like it's going to be instant, or just friendship first?
What they're showing me is that knowing, that sense of you make sense to me and I make sense to you. They're not showing me about the friendship first or whether it's romantic straight away, because they're trying to keep some of this surprise for you. This is part of the beauty of it. Yeah. But it's not difficult. So it comes with ease, whether it's a friendship first or whether it's romantic. It's absolutely easy. You just feel completely like yourself. You both just feel very much like yourself. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to this, and I will be in contact with you. I'm looking forward to what's to come by the end of the year. And it's not far away anymore. So
it's
so
not.
Funny.
It's
not. No. So I thank you for your gift. You, Jax, thank you for your gift and what you give to the world, and sharing this beautiful intuition that you have with all beings of light. So thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. I feel so grateful that I get to be able to do this.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Hi, beauty. Are you there?
I am here. Are you able to hear me okay?
I can hear you. Do you have a question for me?
I'm just concerned about my job, my future there, or it's just been a lot of office drama.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of egos in there. Not yourself. There's been times where you've gotten frustrated and jumped into a little bit of that frustration, but there's a lot of competing voices and a lot of competing egos. Long term, it's not your place. I think you already know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that long term it's not your place. I'm not seeing an immediate move, and this is really up to you of when you want to make that decision, even if it's just the energetic decision. Okay, I'm moving out of here at some point. I'm putting that out energetically. That's up to you when you'd like to do that. But as long as you stay there, your spirit team are asking, how would you like to stay there without being impacted by the egos and by they just keep showing me too many hands in the pot. Like there's too many hands in the pot. So how would you like to protect your energy and just be able to be there where you're not coming home drained every day, or you're not feeling so bothered by it? What would support you?
Well, I that's what we all want in our job, right? So I would think just staying away from it, a lot of self-care, just, I can only control what I can control, and some stuff is out of my hands, and I know that. It's just difficult some days.
It is difficult some days, and, you'd be superhuman if you weren't impacted by it at all. Some advice that your team is actually giving is a couple of things. So energetic protection, as in go into the bathroom, wash your hands throughout the day if you need to, just to do a little bit of a reset. Visualize a bubble around yourself, or yourself wearing a crown, or some sort of energetic visualization where you feel protected. The other aspect of this is the mental protection. So a really firm, this is not where I'm staying, so it doesn't need to doesn't need to bother me. I don't need to be impacted by this. I know this is just a temporary chapter in my life, so that will create some mental protection. The other part that they're suggesting is stepping back and looking at it as though you're watching a TV show sometimes.
Okay.
And it will take, okay, these characters are wild. What's happening in this season? So really not, it's almost as though you're not present. So I'm not saying dissociate from it and check out from work, but allow yourself a bit of playfulness with it, to sort of as though you're watching characters on a TV show, because it will allow you to not feel so bothered by it. It's almost like, okay, let me see what comes next. Let me see what this person's going to say in this meeting. It will just create a little bit more ease in your day-to-day life.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
With you leaving this job, what do you do?
I work in an escalation, the highest escalation group of customer service for a bank.
Okay.
So I receive complaints.
Yeah, so not a light-hearted job. Okay.
Right.
You are very good at what you do. Your team is just saying there isn't always a need for you to be giving 100% every day. Some days you could honestly give 70% and it would still be more than enough. This isn't you dropping down your standards. This is you just checking in with your own energy, and do I need to show up this intentionally and this intensely every day, or even every now and then. There are days where I just kind of just give 70%, because that is still more than what some people are providing, and it's you can't operate at 100% all the time. None of us can.
Right. Yeah, some days it's very draining.
Yeah, and those days, allow yourself just to, if you need 10 minutes to go for a walk, or if you just need to stop and go, hang on, I can do this tomorrow. Let me just give 70% today. It is going to have a big impact on the fatigue that you're feeling, because I'm feeling a lot of fatigue by the end of every day. And that's a really exhausting pattern to be in, of every day you're fatigued, and then you've only got the evening to reset, and then you're back into that again. So that gets really exhausting. So find those times where, hang on, how much energy do I need to be giving this today? I can pull my energy back a little bit today and save that for tomorrow or later in the week. They're also saying that when you move, the shift is within the same field, but the job feels very different to what you're doing now.
Okay.
Which is great. Which is brilliant. So it's still utilizing your skills, it's still doing the things that you're good at. It's all of the knowledge that you've accrued. The way that you support other people is really brilliant as well. You're very good at intuitively knowing how to support other people and how to shift difficult situations. That's what they're showing me. So that's one of your greatest gifts, is that you have the capacity to look at things. They're showing me like an eagle, sort of from that eagle eyes view that other people can't see. So your team might be talking about something and you find it easy to come in and go, hold on, I can see this from a different perspective. Let's look at this as an option. So that's one of your greatest gifts. And when you move jobs, you'll be able to utilize that gift more, which is brilliant. And you will find that really, really enjoyable, that gets noticed more and that you're able to use that gift more.
And is that something that's within the next year, or sooner than that, or do we know?
It's definitely within the next 18 months. That doesn't mean that it's not sooner. They're just showing me an 18-month timeline. So it could absolutely happen sooner. They're just saying within the next 18 months.
Okay.
But that is still not, if you think of it of the timeline of your life, even if it was to that end point of 18 months, it's not a long time in the timeline of your life. I don't think it will be that long, though. It doesn't feel like it will be that long. It absolutely feels like within 18 months, your life feels, I feel like I can breathe as I'm saying this. It feels far easier for you to, the way they're saying it is, operate more on your natural frequency. So what they mean by that is more intention, more capacity to have attention to details where you want to put it. So at work, you've got the time to have the attention to detail. Even at home, you're able to focus more on the things that you want to be focusing on in your personal life because you're not so drained from the job.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the moment, that feels a little bit compromised as well, because just energetically, it's taking a lot of you. You're not able to, even when you're focused on things in your personal life, it feels like you're not 100% there because you're fatigued or you're frustrated or you're just at the end of the tether.
Yes.
Yeah. So by the time you're in this new role, it feels being in this new role creates momentum, is how they're showing me. They're showing me like a little swirly momentum symbol of the change in position creates change in other areas of your life. What they're asking from you until you move into the new role is spend the time that you're not at work. So you need a capacity to download what's happening in your day. So that could be journaling, that could be going for a walk in nature, that could be chatting to someone who's close to you. So the way they're saying it is like download and get the day out of your system.
Yeah.
Is that something you do already?
Okay. Yeah. I frequent a local shop where I do like PEMF and red light, foot detox, salt booth, just like a lot of sound baths, so that it's very relaxing. Reflexology. They have different opportunities to do different things. So I find great joy in doing that to decompress.
Yes, I love that you do that. And you know that you need that because you are so spiritually connected as well. You know that you need this. You need this energetically, you need this emotionally, you need it for your physical body as well. So I love that you do that. They're just asking, continue to do that, please. They keep showing me a journal, and it's okay if you don't enjoy it. You don't need to be writing, religiously every day. But just at times, they're asking you to put pen to paper, because you will find that as you write, it helps you download and process things differently. And things that have, so whether this is to do with work or whether this is to do with family or things happening in your life, if you write things down, you will notice that you get a perspective shift more easily than if you sit and try to overthink things.
Okay, that makes sense.
So journaling is a great tool for you. I love that you're doing all of those beautiful other things to take care of yourself physically and energetically. You're very, very good at that. You're also really good at supporting other people to take care of themselves. When I was saying earlier, you don't always need to give 100%. There are some times with your colleagues in your current work that you don't need to be giving them 100% either, because everyone's aware that you are really good at supporting people. And sometimes people need to just take care of themselves. And you don't always need to be that person supporting other people. That you've kind of gotten into a bit of a, not a routine, but there's a bit of an expectation with people that if they're not doing great, you're there for them. And that's okay to a point, but it's not okay if they're taking advantage of it, or it's not okay if you're already drained and you're just not wanting to spend your time doing that. You need to look after your own energy before everything else. I'm being shown the oxygen dropping on the airplane. You've got to put your own mask on first.
Yes, yeah. Okay, yeah,
So that's really okay, that's good. Step back a little bit from other people's stuff, because other people need to be able to learn. They're very firm. Your team's very firm on this. Other people need to be able to learn how to take care of their own uncertainties, of their own dramas, of their own life, really. And just because you're great at it doesn't mean you always need to be doing it.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah, you know that you are here as a healer and here as someone to support other people, but you have to have really strong boundaries with that too, my love.
Okay.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
I recently had somebody ask about my in-laws and ask if they were sick. Is there something that maybe happened, or they said they may be needing care, one of them, either my mother-in-law or my father-in-law, and I was just concerned about that.
I'm just getting with your mother-in-law, nothing intensely. It's just a stronger level of care, but this is not something to be overly worried about, overly concerned about. It might just be more check-ins, or it might just be her having facilities that help support her, whether, I don't know what her needs are. They're not showing me completely. They're just showing me just a little bit extra additions to care. So that might be a rail in the bathroom, or whatever it is that what she needs,
right.
or even
She's a stubborn patient.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She had a fall a few months back, and she was so I'm fine, I'll be okay. It just needs time. So
that makes sense.
Concerned there.
The way they're showing me is a rail in the toilet. That can just be a metaphor or a literal thing, but it's like just these little bits of extra support that would just make her day-to-day life a little bit easier. But agreed, she's stubborn, and so it may need someone else to be like, oh, we've just thought of doing this, so we'd like to help with this, because she won't do it for herself. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, they love you to bits.
I'm glad that. What's that?
They love you to bits. They really do. They have a lot of respect for you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I just was concerned that when she did fall, that it might have been something worse, and she really was just like, nope, I'm good. I don't need to go to the hospital. So I said, you're stubborn.
She's so stubborn, and she always will be. So just a little bit, just some extra additions in support. That's all. But she's okay at the moment.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
good.
my love.
Okay.
Thank you for allowing me to connect in for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night.
My pleasure. You too. Okay, everyone, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so, so much. I do readings and therapy all over the world. So if something's resonated with you, or if you would like to connect in for a deeper reading, please find me on all the socials at The Psychic Psych. And I've loved chatting with you today, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everyone.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Mystic B Spiritual Insights, hosted by Anna Marie. Live from mystic-b.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. 7. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Mystic B Spiritual Insight
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome, everyone. It's been a minute, so thanks for your patience as I've been away here and there, taking care of just life. For those of you that haven't met me yet or joining for the first time, my name is Anna Marie, and I will be your host of this episode of Mystic B Spiritual Insights. So, as you know, we love coming together with our collective positive energy, getting insights for one another in different colors. But I want to offer a little bit of a theme tonight and tell a personal story. And it's really just about reinforcing that idea of trusting your intuition and releasing those things that no longer serve you. So whether or not you call your intuition your inner voice, your divine guidance, the spirit of God, whatever it may be that you identify with, this instinct, this intuition, this whisper really has a way of just nudging us forward so we can continue to navigate on our journey. And hopefully we're attentive enough to listen so we can kind of minimize the drama, we'll say, and stay or find the right path. When we listen, we have an opportunity to just create deeper meaning, have peace, joy, and clarity along the way as we continue down the road. So personal story real quick. When I was a teen, I wanted a Camaro. I'm sure like many teenagers. I didn't get one until I was in my 40s. And I actually got the black and yellow Bumblebee edition. And it even had a vanity plate, Be Love. So this car meant so many things, not only, midlife crisis sort of vehicle, but it really just brought a lot of joy, freedom, adventure. And we went through a lot of things together. Along the way, I wasn't meeting my day-to-day needs, so I had another vehicle. And so it really wasn't getting the time or attention or being driven as it once was. I had been kind of hearing this whisper and this nudge over the past year or so to really just let it go. And kind of challenging myself personally, even before my mother passed away a couple of months ago. This was in March, and I knew that I needed to release this vehicle and hopefully put it in the hands of someone that would experience the same amount of joy that I did. So I arranged everything from Carvana, and off she went to her next chapter. Oddly enough, last week, I'm going grocery shopping. I'm driving into the parking lot, and I see this man standing next to a car that looks like mine. There are lots of them around town, but I just had this urge to just come a little closer. And sure enough, it was my old Camaro. So, of course, I had to stop, introduce myself to the new owner, and the best thing in the world happened. We just became fast friends, shared all kinds of stories about our love of Camaros. I was able to give him all the history on the car, and we decided that the vibes were so great, we would stay in touch. So just as I was continuing with my grocery shopping, I see him driving away, the windows are down, the music's blaring, and I just knew in my heart that that car had gone to the right person. So just a quick reminder, the universe really was telling me that trusting my voice really was, my inner voice really was the best thing. Releasing what's complete can open doors and make way for other blessings. So just watch for the signs that are happening in your own life. Just know when your voice is speaking to you, and just know that I feel a sense of affirmation from the universe, just knowing that my letting go allowed me to pass something on just joyous and beautiful for someone else that can really appreciate it. So I hope there's some inspiration in that. We want to shift gears now and help someone else on their journey. So I think we are going to connect with Carmen. Carmen, do I have you with me? Oh, that's all right. We'll get connected with Carmen or someone in just a moment, but at the end of the day, just know these journeys that we're on, they can seem really complex. We can have moments of hesitation or reluctance to release things. Sometimes it's something as simple as a favorite sweatshirt. In my case, was a car, but it can be something much deeper and more powerful, like a friendship, a relationship. It could be saying goodbye to a home, moving on to another chapter there. So just know your intuition really is there to help you navigate these challenges and these moments, right, that are a struggle for all of us. And I think it's when we're not listening that we have more strife. We have a little bit harder time. So if you can plug in and listen to your inner voice, like I said, whether you refer to it as the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of God, divine energy, your intuition, whatever it might be, it's really going to better serve you on your journey. So maybe just take some time to think about, when was the last time that you were getting that intuitive call, or you had that slight whisper? Was it when you met someone for the first time? Was it when you were at your job and thought you were destined for something more? Or perhaps it was driving in a city that you'd never been to before and you felt some sort of calling to stay longer or to consider maybe relocating. So I've had some interesting journeys along the way. I trust that all of you have as well. And I hope just as we share these next few minutes together, you find something meaningful in this episode, and just allow your inner voice to speak to, receive the messages that you might be intended to receive. And perhaps there's something else you can pass along with someone else. So let's try now to connect with Evelyn. Evelyn, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Evelyn. How are you, Miss New York City, New York?
Yes.
Well, I would love to just share this time in some positive way. Evelyn, would you like to focus on a particular topic, or would you like a general reading?
Oh my gosh, that's such a difficult choice.
That's okay. I'll take the I'll tell you what, I can take the decision for you if you'd like. We can start with the general reading, and if there's a topic that comes up and we have a couple minutes, then you can just tell me which topic, and we'll try to go a little further. How's that?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Perfect. Are you a grandmother?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so just energetically, the first thing that I really get around you is family. So I'm not sure if there are some changes in the family dynamics, but I get the grandchildren. I get a lot of energy around your family. Do you have some things happening with your kids and grandkids right now?
Yes, there is.
Okay. It's okay. You don't have to tell me what they are. I'm just energetically, I'm just picking up that energy first and foremost for you. So your mind, Evelyn, you might have certain questions that come up, but sometimes you'll get information, right, that you need before the information that you want. So I just want to hone in on this family topic, because I feel like I almost feel like you're not getting enough sleep. There's something really bothering you. So you may not know what advice to give, or you may not know how to be involved in some family situations, because I feel like these aren't your issues. I feel like they're issues of your children or something affecting your grandchildren that you are kind of powerless. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm feeling is that there's something in this situation with your family that, number one, just You have got to lean on your faith and just know they will find their way. Okay. But I feel like there's some sort of situation that is repeating itself. And I don't know if something, it almost feels like someone moved or relocated and now they're moving or relocating again. Is one of your children or is somebody moving?
Oh gosh, not that I know
Okay,
of,
no,
but
that's
maybe.
okay. But I feel like, did one of them relocate like several years ago and that created some challenges and then it got situated?
Yes, but the two different situations. I'm trying to focus on which one it might be.
Okay, that's
in
okay.
terms of my
That's okay.
grandchildren. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm asking about the relocation that once was because I feel like it's that child. Okay, so I feel like it's the child that relocated or moved before, and I feel like they may be thinking about relocating or moving again. So here's the bottom line with this, Evelyn. I feel like this is just has you out of peace. So I want you to just trust, even though they do it differently, I want you to just trust that you've done your best to impart wisdom on your children. The bond with you and your children and grandchildren is unbreakable, okay? And you just need to give your kids some time. And I feel like it's one child in particular. I don't know if it's a daughter, but that moved before. But just give them some time to sort through some of these challenges, okay? Because I feel like they just have some things to sort out right now, but in the end, they'll be fine. So just lean on your faith. And I want you to not be, don't be worried and don't be discouraged if they start talking about some changes, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it, but it's okay.
Well, I'm just saying stay
It
on
makes
alert.
sense.
Yeah, stay alert because I feel like I feel like there are some things just about the family that are going to change. And I don't know. So just furthering this, I feel like if wherever you live, I feel like the move is only it's like going back to a place that they lived when they were a child. So I don't feel like this is really long distance. It's not like it's to another country or anything like that. And I just want you to know it will all work out. So if that topic comes up, just don't worry. Just know it will be fine. I feel like there are some other intuitive things that you have going on. Do you feel like you have a really strong intuition and are you sensing that something's about to happen?
Yes, I feel that I have a strong intuition. I'm not sure if I'm sensing anything is about to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you have a really strong intuition and you are sensing change coming, but you don't know what the change is. And again, I have to tell you, it just feels like it just feels like the biggest change is around children and grandchildren. So I also feel like you will be present, if you have not already, I feel like you will be presented with a proposal or an opportunity. I don't know how close you are with your kids, but is it conceivable that you might ever move in with one of your children?
No, I have my own house. One of my children lives with me.
Okay. Okay. Then because it feels like it's a proposal around the living situation. So if one of your children lives with you now, it may be that is part of the proposal or an idea about moving on or moving out. Because I feel like there's some sort of conversation that is presented to you about the living situation, about you living with one of your kids. Why don't we pick one other topic just in the last minute or two before we wrap this up and let me know if you have a different topic, but I feel like is there a finance concern of yours also?
Yeah, there is finance, but I think maybe this other topic might put everything together. And it basically has to do with my last two grandchildren, the twin girls, but I haven't seen them for 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm
So,
just wondering.
and they
about
live out
them.
of the, do they live outside of your area? Do they live
Yes.
outside of your area? Okay. So
Yes.
is this the child that moved before that I was talking about, someone that moved years ago?
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm trying to, as you're talking, I'm trying to put everything together. That
Yeah.
child
No.
moved out of state, but he came back, but then he passed away.
Okay. So I feel like the child that moved years ago, right, is going to, I feel like, move again. And remember, I said that I feel like they are moving back to where they were raised or where they lived as a child. So if that's where you are now, don't be surprised if they come back and live closer to you. But the strongest message that I have here is that this child, and I feel like it's a daughter that's struggling. Am I right? Is that it's your daughter?
No, that was my son, but he passed away.
So it's a daughter-in-law.
My daughter-in-law lives out of state with the twin girls.
Okay.
But she
Yes.
never lived with me.
Okay. No, yeah, this isn't about the living with you. And I'll just try to connect some dots so we can move on. So I believe the issues that are bothering you the most right now relate to family, the child that moved away, right? And I do feel the female energy and the concern for the grandchildren. I feel like they are contemplating a move again. Okay. So I'm sorry to hear about your son. I can't imagine what you've gone through with that, but don't be surprised if your daughter-in-law comes back closer to your area. The point being, just lean on your faith. Give her time to work through these changes and just know things will work out. But I do feel like finances are also something on your end. I think you will have the money. I feel like there's some investments or something that you want to do with money. The money will be there to create the stability and make the changes that you've been contemplating. But I just want you to know the family energy that I feel like peace comes. I feel like it's going to take several months, but I feel like you could see them before the end of the year.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. I want to wish you the absolute best, Evelyn.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling in. We hope you join again next week.
Okay. Be blessed. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. I think we have Doug from Edson,
Hello.
Alberta. Hi, Doug. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Would you like a general reading, or is there a particular topic that you would like me to try to focus on?
A topic. I have something in mind.
Okay, you tell me the topic, but don't tell me too many details because we love when we can do this organically. So what kind of topic would you like to explore?
It is, I do missing persons. I hunt for missing persons.
Okay.
I'm intuitive.
Okay.
And I believe I've solved 3 or 4 cases, but
amazing.
Our local police won't listen to me because they think I'm kook.
Okay.
And most of it, not all of it, is with mediumship, but some of it is deductions, life experiences. And I just want to know, I would like to know if you can see that, am I correct in my next advances on a particular, 2 particular cases?
On a particular case?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple things I feel like, and I know we don't have all the time to dive into these things that we like, Doug, but first and foremost, I want you to know just energetically, I believe that you are coming from a very compassionate and loving place. And I feel like there's a connection more to youth, like teenagers and youth that goes missing, not just adults. So if you ever feel that lean, that's kind of what I'm getting from you. I also feel feel your uncertainty right now, but I want you to just keep doing what you're doing and don't get frustrated, right? The information will come, but just don't allow yourself, don't allow your ego, right, to interfere with your work. Okay. So as far as what's right, so I'm not feeling inclined to say, yes, you're right. No, you're not right. But I'm going to give you some details that I'm getting. I feel like there was, and this is to try to confirm if it is helpful. So I feel like the energy around whatever you're working on, it feels like, so I feel tragedy. Okay. So whatever this encounter is, I feel accident, tragedy, something sort of horrific is the underlying in the story. But I see fields, meadows, woods. Does any of this help you?
In both cases, yeah, exactly the same.
Okay. So if that's confirmation for you, I don't know if that's helped, but I feel like there's a left, which is this tragedy, this impact. And I don't want to go into details, but it feels like it's something pretty horrific. And it does feel like it leads to the passing of someone. And then on the other hand, I feel I don't want to say cornfields, but I feel like wheat fields, farmland sort of area. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So do you feel like that was giving you the confirmation you were looking for on whether or not you were right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
The one case is a very old case, and the other one's only about 15 years old.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm just going to say good for you for offering your skills and intuition. Just, we all have ego, and I think whatever you can do, it shouldn't be whether you're right or wrong. I know you're contributing to the best outcomes and closure for families and people. And, we've got lots of analytical folks out there that are not always going to tune in, right, the way you do. So just move your ego and your own motivations out of the way and just continue to share your work. And one way or another, it will come to pass, however it is meant to. I feel like I want to say something else about a partner. So I don't know if you do this with someone, but I feel like you should be doing this with a companion, your companion, a companion. Do you do this alone, or do you have someone that you're working with?
I do this alone.
Okay. I feel like there's a companion for you that, and I can't say how romantic, right, it becomes, or if that's even appropriate for your life, but I feel the energy and the partnership of a meeting of the minds, someone that is in the trenches with you, that understands your perspective. So I don't know if you've thought about, maybe looking into some other organizations where you can team up with some other people. I think you would feel more encouraged and uplifted, working and surrounding yourself with people that can appreciate your gift.
Well, I did try that many years ago with the girl, and
Okay.
We were doing great, and all of a sudden she vanished.
Okay. Well, sounds like you got another missing persons case.
And the town that she lived in said that she never lived there.
Oh,
They
interesting.
never knew her.
Well, I'm
So
going to encourage
either
you.
that or
Yeah, I want to encourage you, Doug. Just, the world has evolved so much, and there's all these forums and platforms and Facebook groups and all that. I really want to encourage you to reach out, because I think that there's a partner, a companion, but first and foremost, I think there's some other groups of people that would support and welcome your assistance. Because
yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It gives me a better look on things.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to wish you the best, Doug. Keep doing your great work. I believe in you, and I hope you got some of the affirmation that you were looking for as far as what your intuition is telling you. And I will just say, I will just say prayers for the work along the way, because I'm sure it's often challenging. But reach out to some groups, see what you stir up, and feel free to reach back and just let us know if you've gotten connected with some other folks.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Thank you. It's nice speaking with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, take care. What a fascinating journey. Well, for all of you that joined me tonight, I just want to say thank you again for your patience. I've had some up and down times over the last few months. Some of you may know that my mom passed away, so sometimes I feel really strong, other times I feel completely overwhelmed. But just know we're in this together. I hope you received something meaningful with our time tonight. If you didn't happen to get a reading, or feel like there's more that you want to dive into, feel free to just reach out with any one of the great psychics on the network. You can connect with me on my Mystic Bee Facebook page. You can book one-on-one sessions there, or you can also reach out to my mystic-bee.com website. And just remember that your intuition, the spirit of God, your inner voice, they are always guiding you. Just trust the nudge, trust the whisper, and just remember it's all about creating space for your peace, your alignment, your journey, and it opens the doorway for more blessings. So until next time, please stay open, stay encouraged, stay in your magic, and know we'll be here next week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Understanding Spirit
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network. Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I hope you're all doing really well. I've got a lot of messages going on at the moment, so we'll get straight into the 3-card pull. If you haven't watched the show before, welcome. And what I'd like you to do is just see which number you gravitate to, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. It's a collective reading, so just see what resonates with you. There may be slight changes to it for you. It could be for somebody else, or it could be something that might come up for you in the future. So just keep it in mind for yourself. Okay. If you are drawn to card, well, I've got my cards in the wrong order. If you're drawn to card 1, it was this one here, which is Lioness, and on it it's written, courage and wisdom are your natural allies. If you're familiar with the Rider-Waite deck, it's a lot like that card there, all right, with the lady and the lion. When I look at this card, I just feel like I want to say to you, life is not always going to be as you want it. It will be like small amounts of light in your life, sorry. And you need to focus on the things that bring you, like joy and, what makes you happy. And I also see that potentially, if you're considering any travel to get away and just sort of do something that makes you happy, all right? Also, it might be that you need that just to get a shift in your energy, some realignment, a new perspective, on what you're going through, and just allow, tune into the inner peace of yourself and just allow that to guide you, to your happy place. And I'm getting like clear your thoughts, clear your head as well. Okay. If you have been drawn to the second card, it's this one here, which has forest written on it, and it's within nature you find your strength. With this card, I don't know, I'm not sure whether it's for you or somebody that is around you that is, I want to say maybe creating some drama, problems sort of in your life. Because I feel like whatever the trials are that you're going through, just have faith in yourself and know that you'll come out victorious. In this card, in the forest, like you can't see the light, you can't see where you're going or what the outcome is gonna be. But I'm just getting, just shine light on yourself, shine light on your situation, and ask to be guided, ask for spirit to guide you out of it and to show you a more positive outcome, for yourself. And I'm also getting like, get rid of like any negative thoughts that may be creating a blockage for you in your life and getting moving forward. And that's why you can't see the outcome or what to do to resolve it. Okay. If you have picked, come and pick it up. If you've picked card 3, it's this one, which is Goddess. And it's got written here, embrace your divine power. I feel here that there is going to be a lot of people who are going to be irritated by your light, irritated by your progress, with yourself, with your enlightenment. And I just feel like you've got to think of when you need to cleanse and kind of detox yourself from, any unnecessary commitments or any times where you don't necessarily need to meet up with these people. Don't be a part of it if it doesn't sort of like work for you. Take a night off from friends or whatever, work colleagues or whatever. But I do feel like you do need to release any anger, that or negativity, anything you're hating on. Get rid of that right now because it's not serving you. So just detach yourself from anyone who's making you feel anything less than a better version of yourself. Okay, I'll get to my caller now. I've got Rhonda on the line. Rhonda, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Well, I'm just curious if I'm ever going to find a decent man or if I'm just meant to be alone.
You're not meant to be alone. I got that straight away. You do, however, need to change your mindset, and Spirit also saying, and your type. So if you have a type that you've had in the past, you need to kind of let that go. I do get anxiety, around you, Rhonda, and I feel it very much in my chest area and in my throat. And it has caused you like confusion, where you can't have a clear thinking of even like what you want or who to choose, even if they were sort of like all lined up in front of you. I feel like you would be, a little bit overwhelmed. I am sort of seeing that in the past that you did struggle, that you did feel restricted in relationships, and you were scared, about whether it was the right thing for you, and there was like some mental health issues, more so with anxiety, and also being overloaded with stress around relationships and that. And Spirit are like, you need to sort of grow it more into your own emotional maturity and just start to trust yourself and know that everything that you've gone through in the past has given you the tools to choose better for yourself in the future. Does that make sense for you?
It does, but the ones that I thought were wrong. So it's like I don't want to trust my gut.
Yeah, but you need to trust your gut moving forward, in that what you thought was right at the time, you've learned that is not the right way now. All right, because Spirit is saying to me, you've had enough experience now, all right, because I just see you like the Queen of Cups, and you're just there and you're just giving all of yourself, but the people that you've engaged with, on a personal level, they're more, like controlling, and have caused a lot of these fears and anxieties sort of like in you. I just see that you want your happiness, you want the happy family, you want, like the happy life, you want all of that. But Spirit are like, trust yourself going forward now. Also trust, like sort of sit in your, like with friends and family for the moment, until your person sort of like comes along. But I do see the success around this. I actually see a lot of success around you with a lot of things, and in my third eye, I'm getting flashes of, like the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. All right. So there's a lot of new beginnings coming around, in your life. And Spirit is saying to me, releasing a lot of the past and moving forward. And it's, look, I am also seeing like the Hierophant as well, and that's sort of very much a traditional card. And, you know, it does lend itself to an institution of whether it's marriage or within a relationship, all right? So that will definitely be coming for you. I do feel like I've got to tell you to have hope around with this, because I do feel like you're kind of like wilting a little bit on the inside, like kind of giving up a little bit, but Spirit is saying perk yourself up, you know, because you're going to be fine. They're just saying focus on your goals, focus what you want in your life, and, you know, just allow the love to come. All right. Don't worry so much about it or think about it. You know, whenever we want something, we never find it. It's when we least expect it. You know, just put it out there that this is what you want. I'm also getting told, say what to Spirit, you know, to your loved ones, you know, I want my person to be like this. I want them to look like this. I want them to have this kind of personality, you know, whatever you want. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what you want. That's for you to, you know, put it out there. And it's a bit like manifesting it. Okay. I do feel you very strongly. I'm also getting the Queen of Swords, you know, like allow yourself to tell, even when you meet somebody, not, you know, like pound them with information so much, but be clear, you know, if that's not your person, move on. Don't waste your time, you know, I'm hearing, because there is, like, if you need to move on, they're saying, but, you know, they're also, it is a new journey for you though, so don't be afraid, you know, if it's somebody that you're not used to being with, if they're a different personality type than you normally go out, or they don't look like the kind of person that you would normally choose, you know, because Spirit are like, try something new, go outside of your box with this. Does that make sense for you, Rhonda?
Oh, yeah, it does.
It will come sooner than you think. They're saying to me, they're giving me 3 to 6 months for you to start sort of like being more on the lookout. It doesn't mean that that's when you're right person, but they're kind of like, I feel like they're going to be watching you. So you could be in a bar, a party or something and celebrating, and, you know, and they're just watching you. So be open to that, you know, like look around, because I feel like you get involved with friends and having a good time and you're not aware of what's going on around you. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
So they're like, look around. If you see them looking at you, engage, smile, you know, give them the encouragement, you know, to come to you. But it is coming for you, Rhonda. Bless you. You have a beautiful heart, I'm being told. So just be open, and Spirit is saying, frock up and get ready. All right? Dress up and get ready. I don't know how that sounded, so I thought I better correct it and just say dress up, you know, like go out, step out in your best and just be the best version of you. It's all coming for you, okay?
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Love Life
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everyone, happy Friday. How are you all feeling? Coming up to a new moon, beautiful time for manifestation and things like that. I just want to talk quickly about something that's been triggering me recently. And look, I have nothing against skeptics. I think it's within people's own right to be skeptical. It is a natural mechanism when, especially if we don't understand something, to be skeptical. And it's also, encourages you to think critically. But what got under my goat recently was in a community group on Facebook, someone was asking for recommendations for psychics, and people just slaughtered this person. Or slandered them, I should say, saying, oh, it's a waste of money, they're all frauds and this and this and this. And it really got my goat up. And it's happened a couple of times now, because these people obviously are going by rumours or things that they see in Hollywood, or they hear of stories where people are frauds. I haven't met anybody in my years in doing psychic readings, I haven't met anybody who's a fraud. And I'll tell you why. Because once you tap into this energy, anybody can do this stuff, okay? I believe it's the ones who, perhaps play it up a little bit, that really don't have that belief in themselves, and they do things like cold readings and stuff like that. But here's the thing, you can test it yourself. Anybody can get a tarot deck and learn. Anybody can buy oracle decks and learn. Anybody can meditate and quieten their minds and tune into the energy of these brain waves that scientists are now finding evidence for, that exist on a very low frequency that we can all tap into. And this is how psychic energy and tarot works. But you try and explain that to some, honestly, it's like banging your head against a brick wall. So I'm kind of, I'd love to just, for a bit of it's a bit of an ego-driven incentive, I suppose, but to do a live Facebook reading or something for skeptics only, just to see, how their reaction to what can be actually really quite relevant and empowering knowledge, especially when using tarot. It's amazing stuff. But anyway, so there's my little rant. I just thought, I try not to get snarky about it, but I do feel a bit defensive, because people just need to understand that Hollywood is Hollywood, but in real life, we all have these abilities. We all have the ability to read tarot, to learn, to enlighten ourselves spiritually, and also, to help empower others, because these, I believe some of these, strategies are very empowering, especially when navigating through trauma and grief and painful life things that have happened. The tarot is an amazing, empowering tool to be able to help guide people, and also to externalize a little bit too. So I'm going to pull a collective message on that note. And I'm interested to hear other people's thoughts as well, because there's always trollers. You're going to get them everywhere, no matter what you're doing. And, some of them are very good at it. Some of them are quite funny, but it can be quite frustrating when it comes from a place of ignorance. Now I've got Kelly on the phone. How are you, Kelly?
I'm well, thank you.
That's great. I just pulled the King of Pentacles out. I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay. I was just pulling a collective card out, and I got the King of Pentacles. And this guy's a bit of a sugar daddy, you could say. He's kind of 40s onwards and has lots of money and quite well off with riches and things like that, and worked hard. But so he could represent a man in people's life that he's quite inspiring with business related things, and generous with money, and well, not always, but he's inspirational when it comes to business stuff. So what could I do for you this evening, Kelly? That was a collective message for everyone.
Well, I actually could use some good financial news.
right?
If you have something there for me, that'd be great.
Sure. I just had a car fly out as you said that. It's interesting when I often pull a collective card for those that are, who stumble across this later. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time, it always applies to the person who I end up reading. And you mentioned you'd like a financial reading, so here we go. Now we've got the King of Wands here that flew out with you there, Kelly, and right at the bottom of the deck here, I've got the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. So this would signify to me, in relation to business, everything that the King of Wands stands for. It comes down to confidence and, having that passion behind what you're doing and planning and things like that. But he can also represent a man in your life who has come out right next to the Devil, and the Devil would mean that perhaps you've had the energy of a male, sort of 40s onwards, King of Wands energy, who's been tempting you, luring you into things to do with money. Possibly it can be related to things like alcohol and addiction and stuff like that, either that he's exhibiting or that tempting you into, even that has left things in a position of poverty almost. This is the Five of Pentacles. This is where this indicates struggling financially and feeling a bit left out with things and not having the resources to be able to do what you want with finances. So that energy is sort of lingering above the reading. Okay, so that's the main energy I'm getting, Kelly.
I think
when
you're
it comes
talking
to
about
moving,
my son.
Sorry?
I said I think you might be talking about my son. Having
Okay,
lots
well,
of
yeah.
ideas and never having the financial resources to do anything with all of his ideas because of struggling.
It's applicable, I guess, in relation to your finances too. I mean, you've got the Seven of Wands, the Temperance, and the Ace of Cups here. Now, I do see this as being a temporary situation, and I guess why it might be relevant to you, Kelly, is that perhaps if he's still financially, is he still financially reliant on you?
He was, but he's no longer here.
Okay. Has he crossed over, has he, or has he moved away?
He's crossed over.
I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I'm not sure if that's his energy that is applicable to your reading or not, but I'll unpack this a little bit more and see where we can go with this. But I'm truly sorry to hear of that. And especially if you had a tough time with money and things like that, it can make it really hard. But look here, Kelly, in terms of finances and moving forward for you in particular, something here, it's almost like you've got your guard up with something, and something has possibly triggered your values with a situation on how to either spend or how to invest or how to plan financially. Okay, because this is the Seven of Wands, and this means a bit of a difference of opinion, but it's also a good reminder that you've been standing true to your own values and standing by what you believe is right. And look, the Temperance is here. It's interesting when you mentioned your son had crossed over. The Temperance does represent a bit of a guardian angel, so I get the feeling that he's very much still with you. And I guess his message to you would be to integrate some of those painful lessons that he went through and turn them into something positive. Whether that means you can be there as a support to others from experiences that you've been through, or to integrate literally the things that he went through to turn them into something positive for you in moving forward. And that would have been a very difficult thing, I imagine, especially with the Seven of Wands here. But look, here's the Ace of Cups. I do see new emotionally fulfilling new beginnings when it comes to finances, Kelly. You've got the Eight of Pentacles here. Now, this is an indication that you could be enhancing your skills or craft in a certain area, okay? It means getting back to work on something, all right? If it's a creative project or a business-related project, it can even be about returning to study. So it kind of has multiple meanings, this one, but it is always about growing and enhancing your skills. And I feel this will be a new beginning for you. You've got the Nine of Wands here as well, which is telling me that it's been a long road. it's been a long road for you with business, career, with things like that, and you're finding the endurance to push on. Okay, it's difficult because you feel like, I'm imagining with the Nine of Wands here, you're feeling like you're almost at the end of your tether, but you've got the courage to dig deep and push on and keep the bigger picture in sight, Kelly, because you know where you're going, you know what you want to do. There's been numerous obstacles that have disrupted those plans. This is signifying the Eight of Cups is here too. This signifies the need or even reluctance to walk away from something. So have you been considering leaving a current position or even a relationship or something like that?
Well, actually, I just got out from under being responsible for my grandchildren. My last grandchild turned 18 just 3 days ago, and so that was a very significant thing because now finally from the last 12 years that's finally finished for me. I mean, they're still in my life.
That's so you've been a carer for your grandchildren all this time, and now you're considering moving forward with setting yourself up independently in career wise, or have you considered going back to school?
Well, actually, it's career. I've gone basically into business with my niece, and we're doing all sorts of things together, and that has been very helpful for me.
And I've just pulled out the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Now, this would represent the energy of you and your niece, okay? This is a great sign, Kelly, to show that you've both got the dedication and the skills and ability to put the hard work in to make this a success, okay? It's fantastic. I'm seeing here, I've only got 2 minutes left, but I'll be very quick with this meeting. There could be some conflict coming up with the Five of Wands here, and that could be about, if this is between you and your niece, it's about just agreeing how things should be done and coming to compromise, okay? So there could be a bit of fiery stuff there, and it should be done this way or this way. It's a little bit like the putting up the tent card, this one. No one can agree on how it's done. But I do see you resolving that because the Queen of Swords is here, someone who communicates brilliantly, articulately. Keep the communication flowing together. I must get going in a sec. Sorry, Kelly, I've run out of time, but keep the communication going. Make decisions with your head, not your heart, and be assertive. And with the Queen of Swords here, you've definitely got the ability to do that and the confidence to do that. So awesome stuff. I'm seeing good outcomes here. So. Yeah, I hope that was helpful for you. I must get going. I'm sorry for everyone else too. I will be back same time next week. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Thanks, Kelly.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. Live from Facebook.com/group/JennaLees.crystal.shop.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our
websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Beautiful Life
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. I am Jenna Lee. Happy Wednesday today. I'm so excited to be here with everybody. There's been so many changes going on with the energy. Again, I know I probably said this last week, but massive blessings are coming in now. So I'm really curious to see what massive blessings and new beginnings have opened up for everybody. So as you may know, over the last few years, I have been a spiritual hypnotherapist for 11 years now. And for most of my life, I've had abilities. During my career, I frequently get asked how to protect us, how to protect ourselves and our homes from negative entities and negative energy. And one of the first things I do when I do coaching is to teach people how to do protection and how to ground out. And over the last 2 years of my career, I have been called out more than ever before to help people cleanse homes and to cleanse their own energies. So today, in between callers, what I would like to teach you is some of my favorite and most easiest ways to protect our own energies from, number one, our own negative energy that we create as humans, and from the negative energy of others, down to even the negative energies that we get from lower vibrational entities and outside sources that may be unknown. So these techniques are so easy. They can be used any single time during the day. I frequently like to do mine when I'm in the shower or driving, when I am in the bathroom, like doing meditation stuff. I frequently do turn my radio down when I am driving to do these techniques. They are that easy. And if you've never been told this, it only takes a few minutes out of your day to change your whole life, up to about 15 minutes. So once you get in the habit of learning to protect yourself, you'll keep your vibration high as well as happier, and only attracting people, places, situations, and opportunities into your life for your highest and greatest good. And I'm going to pause there for just a moment because I do have a caller right now. I believe it was Humberto.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, what can I help you with today?
I just want to know, my thoughts are since I recovering from ankle surgery. I'm trying to see at least trying to see if I can get back to work or what can happen in the future, something like that.
So how long ago was your ankle surgery?
I think it's I want to say 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks now from now.
Okay, and will you please do me a favor and give me your full birthday so that I can tune into your energy?
Yes, it's 11/28/1998.
1998?
Yeah, 1998.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. I do have a few questions for you first, okay? Because some of the information that is coming in is definitely, yes, you're going to get back to work. And it can be a smooth, easy transition for you to get back to work. But it looks like you're holding on to some limited beliefs as, or have you been just feeling really stressed out and being a human per se is really hard and heavy for you?
Yeah, I've been I want to say I'm a little bit depressed, a little bit alone at times. But I understand my situation at the same time, so it's kind of hard.
Right.
Mentally struggling at times.
Yes. So what they're telling me is you definitely can heal and get back to work, but it's going to have to come from your own mindset because it looks like there's part of you that's just so, I guess, tired of being human that you really just don't want to have to get out there. So it's like two inner beliefs that are conflicting. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to recommend to you is you're going to have to get in that mindset that you are going to heal, that you are going to get back to work, that you can heal fast. Do you have a job to go back to, or are you wanting to call in a new job?
Well, I do have I was working somewhere, and then my accident happened. So I'm planning to work the same place I was.
Okay. And is there a conflict because there was an accident at work? Is that what's happening?
No, it's just that it was an outside work, so it's like out of the job thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm just tuning in really quickly. So yep, that's what I'm being told is that you can definitely heal fast and you can get back to work, but it's going to come from your own mindset that you do want to do this. And so one of the best things I tell my clients to do is to write down how you want to feel, to imagine yourself healthy and your ankle feeling good and getting back to work and making that money and feeling excited for that. And when you have that mindset and you set it positively, it'll come faster for you. The next thing I do want to talk about is your depression. Are you on any type of medication right now currently?
I'm not.
Okay, so one thing I do recommend to my clients, whether you're aware of this or not, is vitamin D3/5. Vitamin D3/5. We need that. That's like the sunlight in a capsule coming in, and that will lift your depression. You take about 3 or 4 of those a day, and it is like bringing the happiness back into your life, giving your body energy and motivation, and getting ready to move forward with life. So if the depression is what is holding you back, definitely do vitamin D3/5s. And then if you have any color in your skin, you need a double dose of vitamin D3/5 all year round. If you have depression, you need to take a quadruple dose of that. Does that help you?
Yeah, that really helps.
Okay. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is when I'm tuning into your energy and your spirit guides come through, the number one thing that they tell me for you specifically is to start believing in yourself, because they're telling me that you have so many great qualities of helping other people and lighting them up, yet you don't really take care of your own self, and you don't really believe in yourself too much. You're too hard on yourself. So to change your mindset and to start seeing the qualities in yourself that you offer everybody else, and that'll also bump you up a level in life, and especially in this next chapter that you're going to be starting.
Yeah, kind of been feeling like that too.
Yeah. So another tool that might help you, I recommend to my clients all the time, is if you have a close circle of friends or family, ask them what they love about you. It might be very uncomfortable for you, but understanding from an outsider's perspective of what makes you so amazing will help you to start focusing on your good qualities to bounce you up and start believing in yourself. So all you really need to do is change your mindset a little bit, believe in yourself, and know that you can heal and get back to work. Visualize it going good, and you're going to be all set for success.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else I can help you with right now?
No, not at the moment. That was just my question. Kind of curious about it.
Yes. Well, you're going to do good. Just change that mindset and you will do great. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, so getting back to the protection tools that I have in place until we get another caller in here. Like I was saying earlier, these techniques can be used at any time in your life, whether you're in the shower or driving, because those are my favorite places, in the bathroom, getting ready in the morning. I love to start my day off with protection. I love to end my day with protection, because throughout the day of being human, we just never know what we're going to get. And okay, we've got Joan from Winnipeg.
Yeah, hi, it's Joan from Winnipeg, Canada.
From Canada. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. What can I help you with today?
Well, I lost my husband about a year and a half ago, and it's our 50th wedding anniversary. It would be this Saturday. I was wondering if you can pick up anything from him.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can tune in real quickly. Will you please be willing to give me your full birthday so I can tune into your energy?
Be 6/24/57.
Oh my gosh, you have an amazing numerology chart, by the way. It's awesome.
Oh, do I?
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yeah, you do. So that's how I tune into people's energy is the numerology chart. I learned that years ago. What is your husband's name?
Kurt.
Kurt, okay. And can you give me his birthday really quickly?
I'd be 2/9/55.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the energy really quickly. Just give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay, how long did you say that he's been passed for?
He passed December 26, 23. So what, a year and 8 months?
And it feels like you used to feel him a lot more strongly than what you have been the last like 8 months or so. Is that correct?
What did you say? Sorry?
It feels like you used to sense his energy and to feel his energy frequently up until about 8 months ago or so. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So he, just so you know, when I see his energy, he is thriving. It really looked like he started to love life on the other side and he likes to travel. Did he like to play, I apologize, this sounds really weird, but did he like to play golf or something?
No, not golf. Well, he did golf, but he was an adventurous type personality for sure.
So what I'm just seeing, just to make this clear, is like he likes to travel and he's getting out. It's like he loved to see new things that he hadn't seen, but for some reason I just keep seeing almost like a golf course with a bunch of trees in between all of the traveling that he's been doing. And it's just like he loved life on the other side, loved traveling. The reason that you haven't been able to tune into him so much, and I do apologize if this does not fit your belief, but it looks like he's actually getting ready to be like a spirit guide for somebody else right now. And when people become spirit guides, they help. It's almost like they have to go to classes and like learn how to communicate with some of them. He says that
I know
he
exactly
still does. Say it again.
Oh, I totally believe in all this because I've read books on this, so I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah. So that is why you haven't been able to feel him as much.
Okay.
However, he says that he has been coming around you, but the signs are either just not being picked up or you're not realizing it's from him. It's almost like he's showing me that he's been knocking things over on the floor or also moving your keys around. Is that something you've noticed or been experiencing?
Not offhand, but now that you just said that, knocking something over, there was one day, one morning, my coffee cup fell over with the coffee, and I didn't think my foot was even anywhere near it, but that happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh my!
So
and I did step back, going, "Oh, I wonder if he's here," because it seemed a little weird. Oh my, that's great. Oh, you're making me so happy here.
Okay, so he's telling me the next thing to watch out for is he's going to be bringing you a feather. Hopefully it's as big as he's showing me in my mind, a feather, like a bird feather. He's going to be leaving you a bird feather soon.
Okay. Oh, great.
By the way, he is acknowledging how proud of you he is, because it looks like even through your grief, you have still managed to find your happiness and still comforting other people through even your own grief. And he's really acknowledging how amazing you have been through the process of his transition.
Okay. I know what he means by that too. Yeah.
So he's also encouraging you to keep finding your happiness, to keep being, I guess I want to say the word almost adventurous. He wants you to keep finding your happiness by doing new things, if that makes sense to you. So
well, I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm a homebody and I am struggling, and and I'm trying to get myself out more.
Yeah. So are you struggling because you just love your home so much, or are you struggling more because of the grief and the depression?
No, the depression's been bad for the last 6 weeks. I've been pulling myself out of this more. It's just with him being gone. We were married 48 years, together 52. My life has changed so much that I'm just finding my way on my own, and I'm struggling with that. Just trying to move forward.
Do you feel like the grief process is
It's not as bad, but it's there.
Yes. Do you happen to have a notebook and a pencil next to you?
I'm going right now to get it.
I was just going to inform you that when we are grieving, our bodies get depleted of a natural supplement called selenium. And when the selenium is drained from our selenium, yes. And when the selenium is drained from your body, it makes the grief process so much longer and harder. So I would definitely recommend for you to start supplementing yourself with selenium, and that will help with the grief. Yeah.
Okay. That would help. Okay. I'm definitely going to try that.
Okay.
Are you able to tell me? Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I lost it because as soon as I get a message, if I don't acknowledge it right away, so that one went away.
That's okay. Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm getting the information that your husband does come through and talk to you. I'm just not quite sure that you understand what's happening, because it's like you're having conversations in your head and you think that you're making it up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't had a lot of that. It's just if there's something that I feel I need him for, I will kind of ask him it in my head, and then I'll go, oh yeah, that would be the way he would probably answer me. You know?
Yes.
What
and
to
it
do.
would.
Yeah.
And to me, it shows up as like I'm communicating with myself through my own thoughts in my brain, but that is always taken as you're talking to yourself. But please be mindful that there are times that he actually is communicating with you, but you are thinking that you're talking to yourself. So just be mindful of that, because there is some communication. It's not very frequent because he is training, but it still is there. So just be a little bit more mindful about that.
Yeah, it's and it's funny, he's not the type to sit around type of guy, so for him to be doing something on the other side, that's so him. He's not going to sit around.
Right.
This makes
Did you
me
happen
happy.
to have another question when I cut you off? Did you have another question?
No, I was going to ask you if you saw anything for me future-wise.
Yeah, I do. Are you ready to hear it though? Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is going to come down to free will, obviously. But I do see that you're going to eventually start traveling out of your home, getting out there into public places. And that looks like it's in the very near future. And I do actually see you with a companion, Now, whether that turns into a relationship or not, I do see you with somebody. And that is some of the images I've been getting from the time that we started talking. So when your husband is telling me for you to find your happiness, just know that that is something that he is talking about, and he is perfectly fine with that, because he wants you to have a companion and to have somebody, to talk to hang out with, to be friends with, and whatever else you choose to do, whether that's a relationship or romantically or not, that is okay. But I do see that for you in the very near future, probably within about 6 months, if you can get your little booty outside of your home, because somebody's not going to show up on your porch.
Yeah, I understand. Is it somebody I already know, or is it somebody new? Do you know?
To me, it looks like it's brand new. I mean, that one's a little tricky because it might just be somebody that you slightly know, but not fully know. So that one is just a little bit tricky. But either way, it will be like a new love for you, and something fun, something exciting for you. So I would recommend write down the things that you do want in a companion / romantic partner. How do you want to feel? And start making the list of what you want into your life so that you can call that in for yourself, and then just have fun and experience life.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I need to get out of my house. A living is for the living. My husband and I had already talked about that, but you just made my day. But it's funny, that first year he passed away, I had a few, 4 for sure, things happen in my home that I know it was here. And it brings me such warmth. You know, like I had a shadow go down my hallway and turn, and it's absolutely impossible for that to happen.
Right.
And my dog is new. My dog was a grieving gift. My dog went barking for a half an hour at a wall, and there was nothing there. So, I believe in this so much.
I'm so glad.
You certainly made my evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for your talent, for sharing it.
I hope you have the best weekend and celebrate that anniversary to the fullest of your ability, getting outside of your home.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing back from you when things start changing.
I will. I definitely will. Thank you so much. What was your name again? Sorry.
My name is Jenna Lee.
Jenna Lee? Okay. I'll remember that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your talent. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that's so exciting. That completely makes my night. Okay. I'm so excited. I have a few minutes left, so I'm going to teach you some of my favorite techniques that are the easiest to protect ourselves. So the number one things that I start off with is what we call tools of protection. Now, these are spiritual and energetic tools to protect our energy from all the negativity around us all the time. And one of the first things I do is I like to just sit and imagine, and I like to speak out loud, so it is done with the power of my voice, but to imagine a bubble of light going all the way around me. And the bubble of light is reflective, almost like shiny. And that way, if any type of negative energy comes towards us, they see themselves in those mirrors or in those bubbles of light, and they turn around and leave instead. Reflective surfaces, remember, negative energy and entities, they don't like the way that they look in a reflective mirror. So I always put up reflection, whether that is mirrors itself or a bubble of light. The bubble of light going all the way around me is one of the very first tools that I ever learned that I still use to this day. And so I did say mirrors a few times, but mirrors are something that I do for every one of my hypnosis clients to do a tool of protection. Again, similar thing, just to surround yourself with a circle of mirrors, but the mirrors are faced outwards. So the negative entities see themselves and you cannot see yourself. Again, they just see themselves in the mirrors and pushes them back. And this is to also help to guarantee that you yourself are attracting only people, places, situations, and opportunities into your life for your highest and greatest good. So if you need some extra assistance or power or extra protection, I do kind of turn that into a disco ball again, right? So it's just shiny all the way around. And I love that. So these next few tools of protection I do for every single hypnosis client. And that is, one of them is a beautiful, magnificent sword. To imagine the sword. And the sword is there to cut through negative energy, to remind you of how powerful you truly are, that you're in control of your actions and reactions. And I really like to use this in order to cut negative cords that are still connecting you to people who might be negative for you or that you've had a negative experience with. And going hand in hand with that is the shield. This shield deflects negative energy. It deflects people's projections, judgments, and opinions. And the shield also deflects the negative energy that you yourself create the same way that all humans do. So together, the sword and the shield allow you to feel safe, secure, and to allow you to be protected and grounded at all times. So those are some of my original ones that I like to do. Another one I like to do is for invisibility, is what we call it. Now, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, it's kind of like that invisibility cloak. But again, to just imagine you have this big cloak going all the way around you. It has a huge hood, so you can pull it over the top of your head. The sleeves go all the way down past your fingers, and the cloak itself can go all the way down past your feet. And this invisibility cloak is just to guarantee that the negative energy and entities cannot see you. You become invisible to them. So those are some of my very first ones that I learned that I still do to this day. So again, tools of protection. In my home, I like to imagine and verbally say out loud that there are columns of light in every single corner of the house. And I go through and imagine every single room and every single corner, putting these beautiful Romanesque columns in every single corner to raise the vibration of my home, to protect my home, and to keep negative energies out. And those are some really good ways to get you started with your home and with your own personal self. Again, you know, being a human can sometimes be challenging. So just utilizing that protection that we are granted from the other side at all times in our life. I have so many more that I'd love to share with you. However, I am out of time. I will be back next Wednesday at the same time. You can go ahead and subscribe, click the links, leave comments, whatever you'd like to do. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you again next Wednesday. Have a great night, guys.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is astrology and psychic reading
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. I hope you've had an amazing week. So, coming up with the astrology for this week, we do have the new moon in Virgo, which is happening on the 23rd of August at 4:06 p.m. That is my time here in Sydney. So during this new moon, Virgo, it's all about perfectionists. It's all about having things perfect. It's about being nitpicky. It's also a sense of healing because Virgos make good caseworkers. They do rule the 6th house, which is all about health. So there could be a sense of healing that comes up through this new moon. But also, I feel like it's also about clearing away certain energies. The moon will be in square to Uranus during this new moon as well, which can bring up some unexpected emotions maybe coming up that you didn't least expect. So you might get a little bit emotional during this new moon. I also feel like it's about giving back. I do feel like it's about healing, reflection. You might find that you're overthinking things a little bit, but we do have some good aspects with other planets too. We do also have some angles with the moon to do with Uranus, to do with Neptune, and to do with Pluto. So it could be about cutting ties. It also could be about, really fixing up any loose ends that you have. It's about looking at those finer details with things that you maybe thought that you had done. We've also got coming up this week on the 23rd, we then have Venus, which will be squaring to Chiron. So that could be bringing up some issues, some sort of wound that you have, or issues to do with relationships or even financial issues. On the 26th, we've got Venus then going to be in tri to Saturn. That's sort of helping you through any problems with relationships or any financial difficulties that you're having. It will help you through that. We've also got on the 27th, we have Venus will be in sextile to Uranus, so bringing up something that could be bringing up unexpected things with money or relationships. With Uranus, you don't know what you're going to get. So it is unexpected. It is things that are unusual. It's things out of the blue. Could be positive, or it could be negative. So you don't really know what's happening there with Uranus when we have angles to it. If it's a positive angle, it'll bring up something positive. If it's a square, it brings up negative. In this case, it is going to be positive for the sextile. So it could bring up something very positive, something you don't at least expect. And then we've got also on the 27th, we've got Venus in tri to Neptune as well. So that could be a bit of luck. I always feel like this is a bit of luck, whether things are giving an ending to something, whether it be a certain relationship or even it could be a job, but it's going to be a good one. It also could be about you're not putting on those rose-colored glasses, you're actually seeing what's actually happening around you. And we've got on the 27th as well, Venus also, a lot of things with Venus this week. So I feel like it's all of the main topic is going to be all about relationships and money. It's going to be a main theme that's happening this week. Because we even got the new moon in Virgo, which does also rule with Venus there. So we've got here Venus up opposing Pluto. So this could bring about certain endings. But again, it's about this rebirth, this transformation that you're going through. It's going to be coming up this week. It's like a process that's happening with you. And then we've got on the 26th, we've also got this Venus moving into Leo. So Venus into Leo, it's about being more social, being creative. It could also be with finances, though, it might be burning a hole in your pocket. So just watch those finances with Venus in Leo. But it also could be people trying to over impress as well with that energy coming in too. But I do feel like this week's about confidence and going through a rebirth, so reinventing yourself. Also for a lot of reflection that's coming up this week too, and a sort of acknowledgement of things and maybe things that what you have done or things that haven't served you. It's like a lot of acknowledgement, but also there's also a sense of sharing knowledge too this week. And I also feel like it's about trying to find a happy place, just being happy as well, and also finding your strength too. So let's go to the caller. So we have Megan. So she's in Pennsylvania. So hi, Megan. How are you?
I'm good.
Great. How can I help you today?
Just looking for anything that you can find, really.
Okay. So, do you want me to, what do you want me to cover? Like relationships, or do you want money? What would you like me to cover?
Relationship.
Okay. Let's have a look here. I just feel like relationships with you. So are you in one relationship now, or
Yes.
there's been like issues in one? But there's been like, it hasn't been smooth sailing. It's been a bit of issues. I just feel like broken heart that I'm feeling around you. I just feel like in this
Okay.
relationship, I just feel like that on the surface, that it's like what it seems on your surface is different to what's going underneath. And I do feel like that I do see cracks in our hearts. I do feel there could be some stuff going on with this relationship as well. I feel like one person's trying harder than the other and is about making it work. I feel like the other person doesn't want to listen. I feel like that but I also feel like the person's trying to make it work is like overcompensating, like overdoing it too. But I also feel like there's a sense of not walking away as well. It's like wanting to stay together, wanting to hold it together. But I just feel like one person is working at the relationship more than the other person. But the person who's working at it is working at it very hard. Is that correct? Can you relate to that?
No, not really.
Okay. Let's
Like, I mean, yes and no.
Okay. Okay, let's have a look. So look, I feel like you're very open with things, and I feel like you're very open in terms of the relationship. I feel like the other person that's in this relationship with you, they're the ones that I feel like it's just like something hidden. It's like what they're showing on the outside is different to coming on the inside. I feel like that. I also feel like there's things need to be discussed, but there's avoidance of what's to be discussed as well, too. But I see like tunnel vision. So I feel like that someone's really just got their eye on the prize, or they want to stay what they want to see is just, and that's what they want to do. It's like they want to see what they want to see as well, too. I just find there's a sense here of needing to think differently, needing to be creative. I feel like you're the one doing all the work here. So I feel like you're the one that works really hard in this relationship. And I feel like the other person, maybe they feel like that they're like they like to be looked after, or they have expectations of how they want relationships to be, and you're working very hard at that. But I feel like there needs to be compromise here. I feel like there needs to be someone that needs to put more effort or do more in this relationship is what I feel. And I do feel like there's a sense here of a power struggle, or that you just let this person sort of what they sort of say. But I just see there's changes that need to be made in the relationship is what I feel. I get it is like a journey. I feel like that there's a lot of like expressions that need to be put out, they need to be said, but I just get like tunnel vision as well with you or with someone to do with the relationship as well. You also want to travel, travelers too, but like domestically within America, like there's traveling, but within America. So, Megan, so you want to travel
Yes, I'm
inside
here.
America? Okay. So I just feel like there's traveling here with you, but I don't feel like it's international travel. I feel like it's domestic. So I feel like you're traveling inside the US. And I do feel like it could be like a road trip, but I do see traveling with you. I don't feel plane. I feel more on the road. So I just feel like it's a road trip, or whether you're hiring out or you're getting a camper van. I think you call them different things over there. I think you call it motorhome, but we call it camper van here. But I just see there's like a road trip or the holiday, but I don't see international. I see domestic too.
Well,
with you. Just like someone likes money. I feel like it's your partner. They like the money as well. Do you have any questions for me?
What is it about money? They lack the money?
They like money. So I feel like your partner, I feel like there's a focus on finances, a focus on money. Like they like money. I just feel like one person that sees a reality of things, the other person sees things through different rose-colored glasses as well.
Okay.
But I feel like for you, like it's going to be okay. But I just feel like there's things in the relationship that needs to be things that are said or worked out as well. So do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you for calling in today.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
It's okay. So let's just do some cards for the week ahead to see what's coming up this week and for this new moon. Let's have a look here. Let's see. I feel like that this week there could be a feeling of uneasiness or a little bit of nervous, but I do feel like there's a sense here of ambition that's coming out this week with people wanting to seek, whether it be a new job or a new home. I do feel like people getting out of their shell, wanting to really seek. I just feel like there's a lot of ambitions that are coming out here, but at the same time, there's this like nervous anxiety. Could be that there's a nervous anxiety to want to get what you want in life. But I feel like this week it's like your chance to actually go out there and get what you want to. We're not in a Mercury retrograde anymore. We're out of that cycle, or for now, until we get more close to the end of the year. But I feel like now it's about following your dreams and getting what you really want to. But I really feel like with this new moon coming up, it is about clearing our energies, but also looking at finer details, maybe over analyzing things as well might be coming up during this new moon. So if you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties, same as Facebook is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady DS Psychic, and my YouTube is Lady D Psychic, and TikTok is also Lady D Psychic. And I also have my podcast. So I have Spiritual and Cosmic with Lady D, and then I have four pillars. I'm part of the 4 pillars for their podcast as well with 3 other ladies, where we do retreats and we're doing our cruises together too. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you for my show next week. So, and might be on the road next week. I'll be in Port Macquarie, so I might be on the road, or I'll actually get to my destination. We'll just see where we are, but I'll see you for my show next week. So bye.